jump pack powerful storm shield, so pretty beefy and also pretty hard hitting. We have tacticals with a flamer and a free razorback with a plasma and with a melter, and then a devastator squad with 4 multi-melters and a drop pod with assault marines. They don't have the packs, they just have them to differentiate them, and they have 2 flamers in each, so pretty basic. Second one is led by a captain over here in Terminator armor, and we have a razorback with flamers, plasma, melter, and another devastator squad without any heavy weapons because I ran out of points, and another flamer assault marine squad in a drop pod. And that is the 2 battle demi companies. They can all activate the tactical doctrine, devastator doctrine, and so on. And since they champion tactics Ultramarines, they can do that multiple times. Not really that useful, but it can be good in case the tacticals actually get out of their transports and try to do something. Then over here in auxiliary, we have the first company strike force, or task force in this case. We have 5 cataphractic terminators with lightning claws, no upgrades other than the harness on the chief, so they don't suffer initiative for running through the terrain, which is obviously something terminators do not like when they run their claws. They have 4+ inbound saves because of cataphracti, and they are slow and purposeful. Then we have Stern Guard veterans. We have 4 plasma guns here, and also a combi, 2 plasma guns and combis to be fair, and then the rest is normal storm bolters, and over here we have the exact same, just with the melter guns. And they're both riding in drop pods. That formation here grants them Fear, Fearless, and -2 leadership, I think, when you're near 3 of the units from this formation, which is pretty hard to do, but it goes easier with the drop pod. They will be combat squatted, I think, because it makes sense, and we need to cover some area here, so we have a lot of marine saves going on, we have some transport capacities going on, and then we'll see if the Terminators finally can make it to the battle, because most of the time they don't come in. And that's 1850 of Ultramarines. And what do we have over here? We have some requested stuff and also some stuff where I engaged some thinking, some math hammer. So let's start off on the side here. We have a commander with a drone controller and 2 drones. Nothing special on him. He is just here to give ballistic skill 5 and because I have to take an HQ. Then in troops we have 2 drone sentry turrets with twin-linked missile pods. From Forgeword, because I don't like fire warriors in this kind of list and I wanted to go with more drones. In fast attack we obviously have 3 single tetras because they're awesome and we need marker lights in this list, and they're also a vehicle, which fits the fluff. And then we have Sky Ray Gunships. Now usually I don't use these guys, but Sky Ray Gunships are not necessarily bad. I just think their firepower is too limited for Tau. That is because a Sky Ray gunship does not have any special weapons it can take apart from a twin-linked smart missile system, which is basically nothing. And the rest it has is just Sekai missiles. As you can see, it has 6 out of 6 Sekai missiles, and as soon as it uses those, because they're one-shot, it doesn't have any more weapons, which sucks. But at the same time, it's a 13 front tank, 12 side, so extremely doable. They also have 2 network marker lights per guy, so they can actually make a lot of marker light happening. And they have ballistic skill 4, so they're hitting pretty nicely on their own. They don't necessarily need support. They can use those themselves because they're networked, but not necessarily a great unit, but it will fit the fluff here and the theme of the list. And then finally we have armored containers. I'll talk about those later when we go to the synergistic effects, but no, they are one thing in the fortification. Alright, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 absolutely identical formations of the Piranha Firestream Wing. Basically, very simple rule. You nominate a target and all of these guys gain Tank Hunter against that target, which is pretty nice if you have weapons that can actually deal the um, with armors or anything like that. And they also have +1 ballistic skill. Now, obviously, that only works for one of these. So the 1, 5, 9, and 13s Piranha are the leaders that can declare those targets, and then you can fire everything at them with higher ballistic skill and tank hunters. The other thing they have is as long as the guys of a unit are near the edge of the table, they can basically end their movement there in the movement phase and then move off the map. And when they re-enter the game from normal reserves, they also regain all Seeker missiles and drones that they dropped, and all damage is discarded. So in case it was immobilized near the edge, doesn't matter, it still can leave. It just has to be near there, it has to be alive, and then you regain your piranhas. Now the rule is a little bit weird because obviously you would expect the formation to do that, but it says if they are within 6 inches of a table edge at the end of their movement phase, a unit can get into ongoing reserves. So I assume that is meant the unit in each single squad and not the entire formation, but it says if all of the surviving models in this formation are within 6 inches. So it's a little bit weird, but I assume it's gonna work as it is. Obviously they all have gun drones, and I gave each of them 2 Seeker missiles. So we have a bunch of Seeker missiles here, 32 to be exact. The last thing I have here is another formation, which is a bunch of drones. The drone net YX10, I think. I know, I never get that wrong, right? It's a drone net. That's all you need to know. It's all marker light drones, and they have a bunch of extras. Now, first of all, they have enhanced tactical responses, so all have interceptor, jink, outflank, precision shots, and spitfire. Spitfire can come into effect. Precision shots is irrelevant because marker lights. Outflank means you can try to flank stuff, which is not always a good idea, but that's the way you get marker lights into the back. And interceptor obviously good when you have interceptor units, which I don't have. So mostly they only have jink from this kind of formation in this scenario. So jink and spitfire will be relevant. In addition to that, they have collective targeting data, which is the more important rule. So in the shooting phase, you add +1 to the ballistic skill of all drones, including that are drones not a part of this formation, as long as 2 units from this formation are on the battlefield. So actually all of these drones on the table have ballistic skill 3 and on ballistic skill 2, which is obviously a gigantic buff if you send them unsupported, and helps a lot with the marker light hitting and everything. They're basically like Pathfinders at this point, just more durable and more mobile than those are, since they are jetpack. The theme here is pretty simple. Everything here is geared up with as much Seeker missiles as I can fit. We're gonna fire those because if you don't know about it, you can actually expend 1 marker light per Seeker missile to fire that Seeker missile. It does not require line of sight. It ignores cover. It's fired with skill 5 by default, and basically you can shoot that wherever you want to. Now that is for some pretty amazing abilities, because that basically means you don't need marker light support apart from shooting 1 per missile. And in addition to that, you can do so even without having any line of sight to the target that you want to shoot at. We have a boatload of those, and in addition to that, every single vehicle here, except the Tetras of course, has drones on them. So I have a bunch of gun drones that all get buffed by the drone formation, and the drone formation itself has enough marker light support in combination with the Sky Rays and the commanders to have enough marker lights on the field to actually use the Seeker missiles. Now obviously that's a one-hit trick, but since the piranhas can leave after the first round, they can basically rearm and refuel and fire all these missiles next turn again if they are close to the table edge, which they probably are, since they have amazing range on the Seeker missiles. They don't care about which table edge to, so they can leave whenever they want to. So I can put some in the back, I can put some on the side. They don't necessarily have to be on the sides, it doesn't say so. In addition to that, I have the armored container down here because first of all, they grant me cover saves, so pretty nice for the Sky Rays, for example, because you can put them behind there. The Sky Rays can hide and get a 4+ cover save, and the fuel drums and so on you can put into your back to protect your rear armor, which is the weakest part of the Sky Ray. And in addition, we have these little ammo dumps, which allow you to reroll once, which is obviously awesome because we have skill 5 on most of our stuff. Increases ballistic skill of marker light units as well. And these Sky Rays and all that stuff have so much range that they can actually use these stationary buffs much better than other units can do. These little crates also grant 5+ cover, just like the red ones, and you can basically build your entire base yourself. The containers themselves can be fired as storm bolters, and units can do that. So actually you can put a drone there and fire 2 storm bolters, which is quite interesting. And in addition to that, the crate itself has toughness values, so you can destroy it, but it is toughness 7, so it's almost unlikely that you never would like to target that. It doesn't really do anything for you, and the crate itself does not have any effect. The stuff around is not even part of the crate necessarily, and as far as I know cannot be destroyed because they don't have any values on them. It's just some additional stuff. You have to deploy this thing here and all the stuff around it within 12 inches of each other, so no piece can be further away than that. But that is quite some reach, and in combination with huge stuff like vehicles, it's obviously easy to spread those rerolling ones to a large area without having to drop down too much. And that is the 1850 point Sky Missile Extreme list. This is the only way I can think of to make the piranhas work because they don't really do anything. And the biggest advantage they have here is I have so many singular piranhas that's actually really hard to get rid of them. They have front armor 11, so that is a pain in the ass for any marine army, for example, because crack grenades is your only thing you can do. And they might as well jink in that turn, because as soon as they shot their Seeker missiles, they can do whatever they want to. And Seeker missiles do ignore cover and do get fired at ballistic skill 5. It doesn't matter if you're jinking or not, necessarily. The ballistic skill is still the same. They can also move 12 and fire those. They're basically pretty mobile, really annoying, and unless you have really dedicated anti-tank on multiple targets, you can't just deal with them. They will probably come back anyway and then load out the next squad of drones and all that stuff. We'll see. Alright, that is the idea here. So basically have marine spam versus a bunch of vehicle and Seeker missile spam. We'll see how that works out. I have no idea if it does, and if not, we will see it right here. Okay, so first of all, the water trade for my commander. I'm gonna try to go for a strategic again. That's -1 to reserves. I think I'm gonna keep that because there is 1 drop pod and terminators that need to come in, and if they don't come in, they will probably lose because these are the only measure they have to deal with my Sky Rays, and as soon as the Sky Rays are done shooting, I don't care about it anymore. We just need to delay them a little bit until I have all my stuff on the table and all Seeker missiles are gone, because that means the vehicles are also gone. The water treat for the Ultramarines has the same idea. We're gonna try to get some strategic here as well. That one is useless because I don't have any reserves most likely, and the piranhas go into ongoing reserves, so that's not rolling. And that is infiltration. Infiltration can be useful because since they can infiltrate with the transports, and that means I can get my flamers a little bit closer. I think that's a good one to have. We'll see what I want to infiltrate. I can also try to infiltrate the Cataphracti, but They bleed models pretty quickly and they can't run, so it's not a good idea to keep them on the table, I think. We'll see. Right, mission is just gonna be kill points at this point, I think. I'm just gonna, I don't care about kill points too much. I just want to see if this pans out, and if not, we will also see. Alright, so the deployment is gonna be the side of the edges, and well, it's a pretty balanced deployment, I guess. Choosing sides. Tau will choose the side. I think they will choose this one for sure, because there is more place to deploy here, and we have massive range. So if they're hiding behind here, we have Sky missiles to deal with that. We don't need direct line of sight anyway. Alright, and then who's gonna decide who deploys first is also Tau, and they will go first for sure, because that means I can drop all my drones and drop all my Sky missiles and then just run away the next turn. Alright, so let us deploy. First of all, I'm gonna deploy the Monitorum Armored Container, I guess, because it makes sense to do so. They are pretty big, and we need to maximize our stuff that goes around. All parts of a Monitorum Armored Container must be placed wholly within 12 inches of each other, so we don't have more than that. The question is, where do we need that? We need it on this side of the edge, that's for sure, because that's where my piranhas will come in. So I'm gonna put one here, and then put the crates 12 inches away from each other. About here. And then the second one here. Then over here. And over here. Now we have to check the diagonal. Not really. You have to come way closer than that. Like so, I guess. It's still not wholly within. That's a issue with that one, because wholly within is pretty close. I assume that's how it's meant. Like so, I guess. Yeah, makes sense. Let's leave it like that. And these few drums can just be deployed wherever I want to, basically, since I don't think I need them. I'm just gonna put them onto the sides here, like so. And then I'm gonna deploy the second one right over here. I'm gonna use them as my mobile cover, pretty much. Over there. Double ammo crate next to it, so we get some more saves here. And the other crate right there. One over here. And then the fuel drums can go pretty much wherever I want to. I don't know. I'm just gonna put them next to here. As long as I don't put them behind me, everything is fine. And then I'm gonna put one of these crates basically besides the container itself. And that should be everything within 12 inches of the container, so it should be fine considering deployment. Okay, that is it. So we can put down the Sky Rays next. Whoop. I put dice inside of them, so we know how many Sky missiles they still have left, because they might not fire the entirety of them one turn. And the only thing they need is their marker lights in range to fire at something. So I'm gonna deploy him behind there, and as you can see, he can still look across, and he can also get his form plus cover from there. One of them back here, like so, because their rear armor is not really something they would like to expose. So this way he has a cover save or really good armor saves against most targets. And the last one will deploy over here. Marker light. The Seeker missiles and everything has 360 degrees on these, which was FAQ'd, so we don't have to worry too much about turning around and everything. They will do that by themselves. I'm going to attach the commander to one of these marker light squads. Usually that is too many marker lights, but considering I need one marker light per rocket that I want to fire, this might actually work out. And I'm going to put him up front because, you know, I don't care if he dies, everything else is more important than him. We're gonna put them down here. And then they can make their assault moves backwards just in case they get fired at or in case a flamer comes close. They don't need to spread out too much. I'm more worried about everything else. Also, a monotone container, by the way, in case you're interested in tower tactics, is high enough to prevent drones from getting seen. So if you want some mobile drone cover, that's the way to do it. I'm going to deploy these behind it, and then they can jump across, get their reroll once for more marker light fun, and then they can jump back anytime they want to. Can only recommend buying these crates, by the way, in real life, because they are really, really cool, really easy to assemble, and they're not really that expensive considering you gain a lot of them and you can add them as terrain as well. You don't necessarily have to have them as a real fortification for that matter. I'm gonna deploy these drones pretty forward. I'm not too worried about them. And these will hop onto the fuel drums here. Now I'm not sure if that's legal, but I'm pretty sure they are battlefield debris. So that should work. Unless I'm confused here. I'm not sure if I can sit on the container. That should be a rule issue, I don't know. Might be possible, might be not. And I'm gonna play it as if I cannot move onto it. Alright, the drone sentry turrets are completely immobile, so you cannot move them afterwards. I'm gonna put them pretty much out in the open. I don't matter. It doesn't matter too much. We have a 48 range on these, so they can reach whatever I need. And their business skill is pretty crappy, but they are twin linked at least, and with some additional marker light it might work out. And then the Tetras are moving very fast, so I can hide them behind here for now, just in case they steal the initiative. And since that skimmers too, they can hop across and just fine. Like so. Alright. Yeah, maybe, but you're not the only one on Twitch, I can tell you that. Alright, so the rest of the piranhas is gonna deploy. Gonna make sure they are all close to each other. And this guy here is the guy that has to target something, so I'm gonna put him more up front than usual. Sky Ray's sucking them in. And these will deploy next to them. Then we simply move forward to drop the drones and then move back and hide, because you don't necessarily need to do damage with their burst cannons. Doesn't do much this game. Deploy them over here as well, and then we spam them on the other side as well. This guy here needs to be closer because he's my lead piranha. And then we add a second rank of them. And the last piranhas are probably going down mid. I don't know. It's a little bit weird deployment, but I think I can fit them here. Because if I move backwards 12 inches, I should be within 6 inches of the table edge, no problem. So we can hide them back here, and then jump back if we have to. Like so. Alright, and these drones are all inside of the piranhas, so nothing more there. Looks pretty covered, because we have a bunch of stuff here. The piranhas can all jink too. And then we have some rock cover on the most of it, and also some here. Alright, seems fine. Everything deployed, so we can go to Ultramarines deployment. We're obviously gonna embark our guys into the respective transports, and then they can do their stuff. I'm not sure what drop pod I need to come in first. Flamer is probably not even worth it. I guess I need the melter guns to come in, because the Sky Ray Gunships are really annoying to deal with, and most of this stuff can't even touch them. So we probably need to take those out before they can cause any trouble. And the guys here are probably the best ones because they have the melter and everything. And then I'll drop these guys later to catch the drones or something. I don't know. The flamers are not really that relevant most of the time. I'm gonna put the captain into one of the stern gun squads. I don't have the capacity. So I'm gonna add him to the drop pod, I guess, because it doesn't make much sense otherwise. Yeah, should be okay. Alright, then the Ultramarines need to deploy according to their insides of the transports. Terminators will stay in Deep Strike Reserve, I think. Okay, the Flamer version, where's my Flamer? There's the Flamers. Those will just infiltrate with their transport. And I might as well infiltrate a multi-melter, because he needs to be close enough to able to fire. And then we're gonna deploy the rest. Now this one here is the least important one, so it is the one that I'll use for cover. So put that onto the side here. Like so. And then the melter next to it, because we need to go first with those, and then the plasma last. Now these guys don't have any AoE, so I can blob up in the middle, that's no issue. And I mean over here there's the same cover saves of everywhere else, because these things move 12, so if they want to they will have me in their sights anyway, and it doesn't really do anything to hide. And then last, these here will be infiltrated. Since I think there's no scout moving here because there's nothing that can. In this case I can try to put them a little bit closer, maybe here. With the flamer. A little bit too far. Now the Tetra is blocking me towards here. And then the multi-melter has to come close to the Sky Rays. So 18 from there. Probably here. This is another flamer, and there's another drone squad, so we're gonna try to put that as close to them as I can. 18 inches away is about here. Yeah, he's pretty well hidden there, so at least he doesn't get gunned down by drones or something, because drones have strength 5, so they are pretty dangerous to these transports just in masses. And then these here will all arrive first turn, so that should be fine. Have a bunch of stuff in position to deal with the Tau. And that is it. Alright, so gonna try to steal the initiative for obvious reasons, because first strike matters a bunch in these kind of matchups, because the piranhas cannot trap the drones when they get the initiative stolen, and they if they die, they kill the drones with them inside. No, it's okay. So no stealing of the initiative, and instead we have turn 1 Tau. Right, turn 1 Tau. We start. Actually, the Tetras could have scouted, but I'm pretty sure the Tetras don't need to scout because I have enough range already. Alright, so these piranhas here will move a little bit. So this one is moving 6. This one, I think I want to move more than that, to be honest. Move from 6, 6. We basically need to be within 18 inches of the table edge, and then we should be fine. So 18 is right there. Like so. This one here, he's pretty close to it already, so we have to be a little bit careful. Can go over there. And these things here are all like easy peasy within range of that. Disregard this, so they move forward 6, like so. And now I can move this guy as well. 6 inches to there, 6 inches to here. Jones will hop forward. Hep, because they're jetpack infantry. They can do so. Oh, and my containers are moving. Let's lock them down real quick. There we go. Now they're not going anywhere. So these drones here can hop forward as well to here. And then the Piranha can follow up a little bit. As well. These drones, did I move these drones already? I think I did not. It doesn't look like it. So I'm gonna move those up first. Then the commander with its drone squad. Tetra can move over here. Pivot. Like so. Because it needs some cover. And it doesn't care about others having cover either. So this Tetra here is obviously gonna aim for that lonely flamer guy, so we can eliminate them. And the Sky Ray Gunships can stay as they are. They don't necessarily need to move much, because they have like unlimited range and 72 on their basic guns. So yeah, they don't need to move ever. That's why they can take these defensive positions no problem. Alright, and now we're gonna unload, quite literally. All of this stuff needs to move out. Because this is all drones. So drone squad number 4 is moving 6 inches to here. Yep. And yep. And then number 1 is back here. Number 2 is right up front. Well, they can't get past that anyway. Might as well stay in between. And then last one should be over here. 6 inches towards there. Okay. The Sky Ray Gunships I absolutely forgot. So we have Sky 1, 2, and 3. I was thinking about running those with the twin light missile pods, but it doesn't really make sense because the drones are so good in this formation. Alright, so the Sky Rays drone squad is gonna disembark as well and hop over. And Sky Ray number 2 is also gonna drop its drones. I'm not sure where to drop those two. Probably onto the side here, so we have some side protection for the gunship itself. And if they move 6, I mean, they would be in range to do something. I guess I'm gonna go aggressive with them. just because I want more damage onto those Razorbacks. Right, and then the Sky number 3 disembarking is not in range of anything to speak of, not even those. So it can just, I don't know. I'll deploy them right in front somewhere so they can be somewhere next to him. I mean, they have jetpack moves. They can get into range of something pretty quickly. Okay, so that's those drones, and then Piranha Squad number 2 is right over there. Let's deploy those drones. Wonder where it is. There's number 5. My goodness, I took so long to search for that. So 6 inches up to here. Number 6. Right over there. Number 7. Over there. And number 8. Over there. Okay, and then the next drones from the second Piranha Squad that is right next to there. The closest is probably number 9, yep. So number 9 with his drones over here. Disembarking right there. And then number 11 is here, number 10 is there. So they can hop just across and over. Yep. And then the number 12 will do the same. Over here. And number 11. Over here. Alright, that's a lot of pew pew power, as you can see. And remember, those are all for free, basically, because we can replace them every time we go back into reserves. And they will basically hold the position until the piranhas come back and get to shoot again. And remember, those piranhas going back here can also come in from here if they want to. They have free reign on where to go if they like. Last piranhas will disembark their drones, and then we're finally done. And then the drone army can do its job. So we have 16 drones right here, hopping over there. Then we have 15 next to them. A little bit closer. 14. This way. And 13 this way. Okay, that is my screen shield deployed. Oh yeah, night fighting, before I forget. Night fighting is not in effect, so no cover saves for those Razorbacks pretty much, because everything I have is either ignoring cover or has a bunch of marker lights. Alright, talking about marker lights, let's start the shooting phase with shooting a bunch of them. So first of all, I'm gonna fire this marker light squad here. Where do we want them? I can see this one here, but I don't necessarily want to kill it, do I? It has a flamer. That hurts my drones. Okay, let's just kill it. So we have 4 marker lights into the Razorback over there. Hitting on 4s, rerolling 1s. Nice. So 3 marker lights on him. And I'm gonna use those marker lights with the Sky Ray Gunship and invest 3 rockets, I guess. Yeah, why not? I can just use a Piranha because they have Armor Bane. I think that means, yeah, that makes more sense. So I'm just gonna use the Piranha here. All 3 Piranhas will basically fire 1, and they will choose this as their preferred target for this round of shooting, so they get Tank Hunter against that. Alright, so hitting on 2s and glancing on 3s, re-rolling, and there is 1 Razorback down. That's also 3 pence, I guess. It's strength 8, yeah. Actually, it's 3 pence. That is weapon destroyed, stunned, shaken, whatever. So they have to get out. Probably still on this side, because we need to go forward with the Marines. Flame on the back, please, so he doesn't die first. There's a bunch of drone shooting coming in next. They don't have AoE either, so I can just deploy as so. And those marker lights are gone. Razorback is also gone. And that's first blood. That's how you marker light control. Next thing is the burst cannons can't fire, I guess. I mean, no, in theory I should have fired these here first, so that makes sense. So we have 1, 2, 3 piranhas firing, so this one can still fire its burst cannon into the Marines. Hitting on 4s and wounding on 3s with a 3-up save. There we go. Now the gun drones will also fire. Hitting on 4s, twin linked, and wounding on 3s. And 3-up armor saves. Ouch! That took a bunch of guys out. I have to actually check. I always think these guys are... where are they? They have pinning on their weapons. Let's check if I'm actually correct with that. They have pinning. Okay, that's pretty nasty then. Leadership check on those. Leadership 8. They're pinned. Okay. They would have had to have taken a test already because they disembarked out of the transport. I missed that one. So now it's official. They are pinned. Let's take the snap firing test as well. Nah, they would have passed that. Okay, so it was important. Alright, so these are pinned down. Entire Piranha squad is done shooting. Marker lights are done shooting. So next would be the gun drones here. And the Sky Ray gun drones are both in range of that squad still. So we're gonna open fire into them. Twin link those. 2 hits only. Wounding on 3s. And 3-up armor. Oh, that was brutal. So they're both dead because the first drone was in range of everybody else. And they are not pinned anymore, I guess. Okay, the other drones here don't really have much else to do, I guess, because they're pretty much gone. Who's the marker lights here? Do I have 2 marker light squads? 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I have 2 marker light squads there. So there's another marker light squad over here. I'm gonna fire those into... the melter guy, I guess, because we need to remove some there. And we reroll once because we are near the crate. Doesn't matter though, only 2 marker lights onto the melter Razorback. Okay. We have another unit over here of gun drones. Those gun drones are not in range of anything, so they will run. 4 inches. Over here. And there's that. Oh, I also should have made a counter on these Seeker missiles for the Piranhas. Doesn't matter. I just used 3 anyway, right? I still have enough to fire. Yeah, I should have. So 1 fired his burst cannon, didn't fire his Seeker missiles. This one fired Seeker missiles. This has 1 left, and this has 2 left. Okay, I'm gonna use 2 of these Seeker missiles, I guess. Nah, these 2 is better, I think. Into the guy here. Hitting on 2s. That's 2. And glancing on not that. So it's one pen. What happens with the pen? It is shaken. So it takes one glance and is shaken. Fair game, I guess. Also have to take a leadership test. Guys inside are also snap firing. Yep. So that was pretty successful. So the melter gun can't do anything to my piranhas, just in case it wants to. And that means this entire flank... Oh, I forgot a Tetra. Whoops, sorry. That Tetra should have been outside. Tetra is going to put the Markerites into the multi-melter. So we have 2 shots with that thing. It is not in range, but it has twin linked anyway. Yep, that's 2 Markerites onto the melter. And I guess I'm going to fire the second Tetra into that as well, just in case. Yeah, that's 4 Markerites. That is enough for sure. So I'm going to use Sky Ray here. Probably. Yeah, I'm going to use this Sky Ray here to use those markers. Hitting on 2s, all hits, and glancing on 3s. So that's 3 pens. That's that, obviously. Pinning check on the guys inside. They are pinned. My goodness, this is brutal sauce. Didn't expect that to work that well, but the CK missiles really hurt. So we take 1, 2, 3, 4 CK missiles out. Still have 2 left. And then the multi-melter guys have to come out. Obviously, I wouldn't have known if they were pinned next turn, so probably would have embarked them into the back anyway, because there are so many drones here. I should have wrote that before, though. That was my mistake. So the multi-melter squad is going back here. Now they're out of line of sight, but I mean they're snap firing next turn anyway. Might as well put them behind here and survive one more turn before we move out and die. So these guys are actually pinned, and there's that. Okay, pretty successful stuff so far. So fire that one, fire that one. Still have more marker lights to fire, right? Because we fired this one, we fired that one, and we have this one and the commander unit to fire still. Okay, we're gonna fire those here into the Devastator Razorback. That's 4 marker light hits. That cries for a second Sky Ray, so Sky Ray is gonna use those marker lights and fire. It is near the ammo crate, so it can reroll for sure. And good thing it can reroll. That's 4 hits. And that's dead. Pinning check. Failed. I don't know. These guys should make some pinning checks at some point, I think. But that's fine. So they disembark, and these guys will disembark out of the front, or the side in this case, to be exact, because they are just normal Marines. They're actually the worst Marines I have, so might as well put them up front. Weaker is toast, and that is it. The only upside for them so far is that nothing can explode, but apart from that, I'm taking these out like nothing. Since there's no marker light supply here, I might as well fire this one into that Razorback. So we have 6 drones in that squad. Probably entirely overkill, but I guess. Yeah, why not? I'm just gonna do it. So we have 6 marker lights hidden on 2s because of the drone controller. And that's 4 marker lights onto the Flamer Razorback. Pop, 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 pop. 4 marker lights cries for a Sky Ray Gunship. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is in range of an ammo crate, so hitting on 2s. Re-rolling. There we go. And glancing on 3s. That is enough pens. It is dead. Leadership test on the guys inside. They are not pinned. Are they snap firing? No, they aren't. Okay, so that's the first squad that is actually okay. while getting shot at. I'm gonna disembark onto this side, but I'll still keep my flamer in the back, so the gun drones can't kill him this turn. Then the other goons will... I mean, I can't hide all more guys behind the Razorback anyway. Might as well save the flamer, save the Sarge, and the rest has to move out. Like so. Razorback toast. Lock it down. Everything fine. Okay. Then we have a Tetra over here, well hidden. It's gonna open fire into the tactical squad. So we have two marker light shots. Both hit. It's probably the end of the squad then, because I have so many drones already. And then we also have a pulse rifle that doesn't hit. And I guess I can fire with the piranhas, but I don't know. It's a little bit iffy. This Tetra here, did it open fire? I mean, we fired into this one, this one. No. Okay, Sky Rays can do the marker lighting next turn, so I think we are pretty much done with my marker light support. The drones can open fire then next, I guess, because they don't have anything else to do. And the piranhas over here can just flat out and hide somewhere else, I guess. So we have not as much line of sight as I want to, but we have these all in range. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drones, and then 2 extra with ignore cover. So 2 for 8 drones with 2 shots each. And a drone squad with marker lights. Okay, let's start with the one with marker lights. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 3s. 3+ saves. 1 dead. Then the normal drones hitting on 4s. Whoa. And re-rolling. Not bad. And wounding on 3s. Come on. That's some godlike rolling here, though. Alright, let's see it. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 more wounds. So the flamer is alive still. That's 2 separate pinning tests because they cause pinning. They're not pinned on the first one, and they're not pinned on the second one. So I have line of sight to these guys for sure. Then I have to check, do I have line of sight to him? Yeah, I can see his shoulder pad. He's too fat. Blam, and the flamer is hidden, and he's alive. Okay. So marker lights used. And the only non-pinned Marine on the entire freaking map. Alright. So next, I guess we can fire some more with the drones here. That guy can see one of the multi-melters here, so I'm gonna fire him into them. Hidden on 4s. Twin linked. Wounding on 3s. 3 up save. Death. Pinning check. They're already pinned. Doesn't matter. They're pinned. No matter what. These 2 here into the sergeant, because I can see him. I need 4 shots though, because they have 2 shots each. Twin linked. Nope. And 3s to wound. 3 up saves. Sergeant down. 2 more here. From here into here. Pew pew. Whoops, that was a hit anyway. Did not mean to reroll that. Yep, that's 2 wounds. That's a death. Can I see him? Not with these guys. And then the last drone squad. Can only see with 1 drone now. So 1 more drone into the multi-melters. Hitting. Wounding on 3. 3 up armor save. He's good. It's the first armor save they actually made. For real. These here are not in range of anything, so they will run 3 inches. Whee! Over there. These guys here are also not in range. Run 6 inches. I guess I don't think they can move their jetpacks in the running phase. I don't know. In the shooting phase, I mean. No, I don't think so. 6 inches here. They can't get past anything, I guess. I'm just gonna move them out to this direction here. And the Sky guys, I'm gonna advance too, I guess. 5 inches towards there. Oh, what the heck was that? Don't do it. I'm gonna lock down the sentry turrets real quick, because obviously that these things can't move. Talking about those though, let's fire those next. So we have drone sentry turrets. I'm gonna put those into the other meta Razorback. Actually into this one. We might as well finish it off, right? And they're gonna get cover. No, this one doesn't even get cover. Now let's fire into this one here. So automated fire, hitting on 5s, because the ballistic skill is crappy. And force to glance. No. And then the other one into the same Razorback. Misses, twin linked. Force to glance. No. Nothing. I wonder why. Do we have anything else? I mean, all these piranhas are still able to fire. Do I want to fire or do I want to flat out here? Burst cannon is in range. Burst cannon is not in range. Where's my burst cannon? There it is. No, it's out of range, and this burst cannon is out of range. So we have 1 burst cannon. Okay, I'm gonna fire that one. Might as well. Alright. 2 hits, wounding on 3s, and 3 ups. These guys can't make any saves. Dead. And I guess this piranha, he can't really shoot anything because there's no line of sight to whatever we want to. And I don't have any marker lights to fire my Sky missiles, so I'm not gonna fire them without any support because it's a waste of my Seekers, I think. Yeah, doesn't make sense. Right, these here will move flat out, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really matter because they can just rearm, refuel next turn. And there's only one single flamer here, so we can ignore him completely. We don't necessarily have to do anything about him. Then I'm gonna run the drones here. 3 inches. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Next one. 3 inches. Basically, they're blobbing up here like crazy, but since they don't have any AoE, might as well. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The rest can stand still as they want to. I believe that is everything, right? Yep. So I used a bunch of Seeker missiles, but as you can see, I wasted not a single missile. All the stuff that I wanted to fire did fire. I destroyed 1, 2, shake, 3, 4 of them are dead, and 1 is shaken with 1 whole point off, and pretty much every other squad is pinned. That squad is almost dead, entirely dead, and damaged. So that was some pretty nasty shooting the first turn. I can repeat that exact same shooting at turn 3 again, but next turn I'll have less Seeker missiles that I can fire. But we still have some more networked marker lights that I could engage, so we'll see how that works. Alright, so at the end of the shooting we also have to take some leadership tests, because that Marine might be running off the board. And he does. Oh. Holy cow, these guys can't make any leadership tests today. 7 inches? Yep, he is out of here. It's like, screw that. I survived behind the Razorback, but I'm not staying here for sure. Then the Devastators, they would like to flee, but they don't. If they would have stand up, they could have ran away. These guys here are staying, and these guys are dead, so they're not staying anyway. Okay, that is it. So let's go into Ultramarines turn 1. Starting off with the drop pod dropping. So the first drop pod obviously needs to go near the Sky Rays because we need to remove those. On the other hand, that's the issue. They already fired their missiles. So they're pretty much almost useless, I would say. But then again, they have two very accurate marker lights and everything, so I think I still have to remove those. I can only kill one single Piranha with a Meta Squad, so that's not happening. That's just a waste of ammo, I think. And obviously, I don't want to kill those turrets either. So pretty much the issue here is there's nothing that needs to be focused down. I can fire at these guys here and try to kill the drone squad, but they can jink, so they have 4+ saves. And they can also, I mean, I don't need the drones, they're not really necessary. So it's really hard here to prioritize targets. Basically everything needs to die. I'm gonna put them right here so I don't get out of the map. Well, it's less likely. Whoops, these are going crazy. It's gonna scatter 11 inches to here, which doesn't happen, so it stops 1 inch away from that drone sentry turret, which is right there. Boom. Okay. Now disembarking the squads. Obviously this should be the meta version. Is the plasma version though. Whoops. Let us get some other guys then. There we go. Oh no, that was not what I wanted. Sky Ray is getting fueled by Marines now. Yeah, that's better. I think I want to fire into the Piranhas as well. Not sure. Because the other guys can't really hurt the Sky Ray Gunships because it has side armor 12. So Crack Grenade is out of question. And these things here can deal pretty good with the rear armor of Piranhas or a Tetra maybe. I think I want to kill the Tetra. Okay, Tetras are really good and they're very squishy as well. So might as well to try and take them out. I'm actually gonna give them the combi as well. Yeah. So combi for him. Like so. Let's just give them the two combis. I'm not too worried about the other melter guns, but I want them in the original squad. And then the other guys will target the Sky Ray and they will disembark right here. I'd say right here. As long as they can pass here, can they even? Nah, they're too close, so the meta guns will have to move around the drop pod and right there. And the side armor, yeah, no problem. And then the rest is gonna fan out a little bit, like so. All right, so drop pod number uno arrives. Number two. What else do I need to kill? I mean, I want to assassinate these guys. That should be cool. But I have a bunch of Razorbacks for that anyway. I have plasma guns, so those are not really effective against the Sky Rays. That's a waste of ammo. But they are very effective against Tetras and Piranha back armor. So I guess I can try to come in right here, right? Yeah, why not? No, not dangerous at all, right? Yeah, it's fine. So we're scattering up, but that doesn't matter because we scatter within 1 inch of that crate, and that's where they end up. And then the stern gun will disembark. So we have obviously combat squatted them. Like so. We have one plasma too much, right? That's how it should be. There we go. So 50-50 because it doesn't make sense. And then we deploy. I don't know. Probably this Piranha. I'm not sure if they can use the crates as well, but I think so because the crates are just controlling, I think. Let's see what it says. Ammunition dump. Model in any model within 2 inches of an ammunition dump rerolls fail to hit rolls or ones. Okay, so we can practically use that for our own purposes. Oh yeah, I also had to declare a preferred enemy target here. To be honest, I wouldn't know what to declare, so I'm just going to declare the commander is going to be the preferred enemy. Because at least he's the warlord kill? I don't know. We can also try to go for the Sky Ray Gunships back, but then he gets an armor save. Cover save. I think I'll go for it still. So I can at least reroll once here, thanks to the crate. Thank you very much. And the rest is gonna pretty much deploy in front from all sides so that the melta / plasma survives longer. And then these guys here will disembark on this side. They can't get into the range of a crate here. If they go here, they're gonna give it a cover save, which I don't want. So I'll just deploy outside and be fine. And then the other guys will try to screen the plasma, like so. Okay, I'm also gonna activate my, I guess, Devastator Doctrine, because I need those multi-melters to do some work, and I need to reroll once if possible for the other guys, and tacticals are pretty much done, so I might as well engage the Devastator Doctrine before I don't have any Devastators left. Okay, there's no movement here because these guys are all inside and done. The melta is gonna move 12 because the thing is shaken and the guys inside are also shaken, so might as well move full 12 because everything is snap firing and we need some movement. This one here is not really in range of anything, so I think it's gonna move 12 as well to get the melta into range next. And then the plasma is gonna pivot, move 6, pivot, stand still because we need to gun down some drones before they overwhelm us. And this one here is also gonna move flatter normal speed to here. Ignore the bushes. The bushes don't do anything. They're just here for cover, but they don't cause any dangers or something like that. I guess I can also disembark because we need multiple squads to tire those drones down. And might as well do that. Yeah, I'm gonna disembark. So the Marines will disembark here. Plasma gun in the back. I'm not gonna fire the plasma gun if I don't have to, because I don't want to kill myself. And that is everything I have left, because the rest is dead and off the board. Pretty much. Okay. So let us fire our stuff. So first of all, I'm gonna fire my heavy bolters, I guess. So this heavy bolter is gonna open fire into this drone squad. On 6 twin linked, 1 hit, 1 wound, almost at least. Yeah, 1 wound, and that's 1 death, because it can't jink or anything. Then the other one here is gonna fire into the next squad. No hits. Looks like no hits. Yeah, 1 wound, so it's dead, and that squad is finished. The guys here that are pinned don't really have much range anyway with most of their weapons. Yeah, they don't have rapid fire range, so they might as well fire into these drones then. So we have 3 shots, re-rolling once, and thankfully that makes the difference. And 2 hits, 1 death, because 1 drone does not have enough armor saves. Okay. Oh, actually, never mind. Let's rewind that. They are pinned. So that's 1 hit and 1 wound, and it's safe. There we go. I completely failed that one. They shouldn't have had full ballistic skill. The multi-melters might as well fire into those drones because they can't see anything else. 6s and re-rolling everything because of Devastator. And missing. Okay. So they are done. The Plasma Razor is going to fire into those drones here. 3 shots. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s with cover. Nope. There's 2 drones down. And then the Plasma Squad is going to rapid fire into the drones as well. We have a grenade. No, the grenade is not in range. So we have 8 bolt gunshots hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s. 1, 2, 3, so 4 wounds with 4 up saves. And they do it like a boss. Okay, do I fire the plasma gun? They're gonna get cover from this. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Screw this, we're gonna try. We hit once at least. And we don't wound. Okay, never mind. So plasma is utterly useless, and then we can go on with the shooting. So 3 shots from the Razorback back there into the drones here. Rerolling. 3 wounds. And they are both dead. Blam blam. And that one is killed. So there's no more shooting from any Razorbacks or anything like that. So I can remove all the pinned markers because we know they're not pinned anymore. And we can also remove the shaken. Okay. Next is the drop pods and the stern guard. So stern guard is going to open fire here into the Piranha. And the Piranha is going to opt to jink, because why not? Might as well. We're going to use both combi plasmas. And we hit 3 times. Glancing on 3s. Only 1 pen. And a jink save. Piranha is safe. Okay, that's not good. Because I don't really have much else that can kill the Piranha. We do have a crack grenade. Glancing on a 4. Yep. And that is a jink save. No. Alright, so that's a glance on the Piranha. And then we have 2 normal dudes firing their bolt guns. Well, obviously with ignoring cover, because what else would you fire with the stern guard? No, that didn't do anything. Needed a 6 to glance, so the Piranha survives on 1 hull point. I think I'm going to fire the drop pod as well into it, because we need to finish it off before it grows back, because this way it's going to go back into reserves and come back with full HP, but we can't kill it. Feels bad, man. Then these guys here will rapid fire into the Sky Ray Gunship. Thankfully rerolling once, because they needed the ammo dump. And they need 3s to glance the back armor. And it's not going to jink because it has 4+ cover from the rock, which it makes. Then we have a crack grenade that misses, and bolt gunshots, rerolling once. Nothing. Okay, so far Operation Kill Anything fails. Then these guys here into the Sky Ray. Sky Ray is going to jink this time because it is obviously a melter in its face, so might as well jink. And we have 2 melters hitting on 3s. Come on, guys. Oh. And 2d6 penetration, obviously, because we're close enough. That's a 7-15. That's a pen. And Sky Ray has a 4-up cover against that, which it doesn't make. +1 to the result. What happens? Kaboom. It goes boom. How far? 2 inches. So it's gonna hit him, 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 and nothing else. So 4 guys are getting hurt on a 4+, and a armor save, which they make. Alright, boom. So at least something happened. Although it only had 2 rockets left, and it did not have any drones even, so I'm not sure if that's worth it. Then over here we have the combi melters into the Tetra, and it's gonna jink that, obviously. One hit again. That is a pen. That is no jink. What happens? It doesn't do anything because it destroys a weapon, I think. So 1, 2, 3 is the marker. No marker light, so they destroyed the pulse rifle. Oh no. My poor pulse rifle. Ah, goddammit, the freaking grenade misses, hits with the rebow, doesn't even glance. And then the normal bolt gun shots with ignore cover and rerolling once. No. One single glance. Yep, actually that is enough because it's a 6. So the Tetra goes down. And is wrecked. Shouldn't have removed it, but I'm gonna do it still because it doesn't really matter. Alright, so that is all they do. So they killed one Tetra and one Sky Ray, and that is pretty much it, because there's only one single guy jinking here, so I can fire all my rockets pretty much. And that is gonna hurt. I can tell you so much. But I mean, better than nothing. And the first turn really screwed them over because most of the stuff was pinned this turn or was snap firing, and there's a bunch of stuff inside of the Razorbacks that didn't fire yet, so not entirely over yet. Okay, so the question is, do I rearm and refuel? And the answer is probably. So these guys here will move off the edge. Because they already fired their missiles, or some of them did, and then the rest, one of them is jinking, and so on. So we're just gonna pull them back. There we go, they're off the map. They're full Seeker missiles again, and they will come back next turn. Okay, these guys here all have their ammo still here, so they might as well fire. These here can go back, but they also have their full ammo, so I'm just gonna rapid fire into these here and basically kill every single one of them. I'm just gonna pivot so I can fire with full basic skill with all my weapons. Okay. Ready to engage those stern guard. I think the drone blob is just gonna advance because I think these here should be enough to deal with that. Unless I just want to kill the drop pod with my Seeker missiles, but I mean, in theory I should. I don't know. I'm gonna say yes, I will should kill that. So instead I'm just gonna take a few drones over here. Make some nice first rank, second rank drone. Gunfire, and they all should be dead. Okay, so these here will move up instead and try to kill something. The Tetra, the Sky Ray and the Tetra here have to think about it. Sky Ray does have 360, so it doesn't have to move, and it can fire into those guys, providing some marker lights. These drones here will obviously advance. They would like to get some line of sight into those multi-melters, though, if they can. And they can, certainly. So we have some good line of sight here. Can kill off that guy and probably even the other one. No, just one. But one is enough, because we already caused pinning checks and leadership tests on one death. These drones here will move up 6 inches to here, so they can fire into them and also block them from approaching anything. These drones here will move forward 6 inches with the same attempt. 6 inches with the same attempt from the Sky Ray. I also forgot to do my jump movements at the end of the phase. Doesn't really matter too much, I think, because the gun roads will all be in range anyway. Except these guys maybe, but I mean there is a Razorback they can fire at if they are bored. There's no flamers here anymore. I might as well move forward with all my drones, even with the marker light drones, because they get better. I mean, the marker light drones actually should stay back because they get +1 once rerolling there, and they have 36 range. So I'm gonna stick these guys onto the crates, and then we have enough range for everything else. Okay, the Sky Ray is gonna turn around. Still within range of the crates. so it can fire everything and have its front armor in front and not anything else. Tetra doesn't really like these guys, so he's gonna hop over here, trying to hide a little bit. Oh, and gets absorbed, apparently. He still stays in rapid fire of his pulse rifle though. And these Sky drones will move over here, just in case I need to engage those stern gun, because they don't die this turn. And I mean, the commander should probably jump back here. So commander's jumping back. The Tetra is gonna turn. Move here. And I think that is most of my movement. These guys here didn't move, right? Because they... No, I assume they did not move, so I'll have to move those as well. If they don't move, they can fire their Seeker missiles as well. I think that makes sense, right? Do I need the Seeker missiles? Yes, I do. There's a bunch of transports here. So I'll stay there and put just to get my Seeker missiles hits. Okay, that is it. So let's fire the Marker support first, as always. So we have 2 Marker here from the Tetra into the Stern Guard, because those need to go this turn, if possible. And that looks like they will go this turn 100%. Okay, then it's gonna rapid fire its little pew-pew gun. Not rerolling 3s though. No wound. And I guess the Sky drones can open fire first. The problem is I can't pin those guys because they are fearless, but even fearless guys can die, right? So it's 2 wounds from the drones, not this one. Onto the Stern Guard. Stern Guard is fine. Okay. What else do I have? We have network marker lights into the guys here. That's 2 more hits. I guess I can fire the Seeker missiles. Why not? So 2 Seeker missiles into these guys here. Rerolling once. And wounding on 2s. Not rerolling once, unfortunately. So that's bloop, 1 guy down, and it's emptied. I'm not gonna use any marker lights for that though, because why should I? And then I'm gonna fire with 2 marker lights of them with this drone sentry turret. That's 2 hits, 2's to wound, 2 wounds, 3+ armor saves. Kaboom! 2 rockets into their face. So already whittled that down pretty nicely. I guess I can fire this one as well. Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 marker lights and fire my my automated Seeker missiles. There we go. So they ignore cover basically because I fire them from space, and boom, there they go. Task what dead, and next one. What do we fire next? These guys should probably try to fire here, because I'm lacking some firepower over here. I realize that now, because I don't have enough Seeker missiles. I mean, I'm gonna fire the marker light drones into them. I think that's the best idea here. So we have 6 marker lights. If I get enough here, I might as well kill them with the Seeker missiles. Yeah, that looks like dead people. Yep. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 marker lights on them. And that means they are probably toast, because I will fire some Seeker missiles. So first Seeker missile from this guy here. Yep, that is 2 death. Pretty much. Yep, 2 guys dead. Again. And again. Yep, that is 4 guys dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can still fire 1 more Seeker missile into them if I want to. I guess I do so. Oh yeah, the wing leader, by the way, is gonna nominate that drop pod, obviously. Yes, I think I will. I mean, it's one guy left and he has a combi. I might leave him alive because he doesn't do anything. I'm gonna leave him alive. I don't care. I'm just gonna shoot my missile into the pod instead. So +1 ballistic skill on this one, and we are glancing on force. So that's a glance and a pen. Doesn't have enough cover because it's huge. And what does the pen do? Oh, almost immobilized it. So it's stunned, and it is down to 1. And then I have one last piranha that can also fire, which I'm gonna do. That's 1 hit. This one misses. And we reroll the pen, the arm penetration, and that is nothing on strength 8 against 12. So it's still alive. Feels Batman. What else do we have to do? We take this one here and take that into the stern guard. Rerolling. So 2 marker lights onto the stern guard. Also rapid firing the little pulse rifle. That is unfortunately not twin linked. Adds a wound. That's a death. Pew. Then I'm gonna fire the drones next, I guess. So let's fire 2 squads at the same time because I don't have any marker lights on them. So 2 drone squads. Twin linked. That didn't help much. And then wounding on 3s. With 3+ armor saves. No. Alright. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Next one. If you do not succeed at first, repeat until you have enough drones. And that looks pretty good to me. 4 of them. 3 have armor saves. Whoa, only 1 died. Blop. And we're gonna fire another version. Rerolling. Missed because of twin linked. 6 hits, not bad. Winning on 3s. Missing horribly. But at least we have 3 hits on them. They make their saves. They're making too much saves here, come on. Why do you do this to me? Why is this guy actually wrong way? He should have been in the same way, by the way. Because it makes sense, right? We are trying to fire those in the end. Alright, that was only the drones though. So everything else is still able to fire. What's up with the marker light support? Do we have any more marker lights here? I think, yeah, we have some over here, but those I cannot use really because they're too far away. I have 4 marker lights here. I can fire those into the drop pod and try to finish him off with a long-range Seeker missile. I think I'd like that. So I'm gonna declare one priority target is gonna be this guy with one of the piranhas, and the other one is gonna be this one. So we have some good hits against it. It makes sense. I should have declared 2 on each here with the piranhas to get the armor penetration. So I'm gonna fire 2 of my Seeker missiles into it, and I hit both because it's sorry, I have to use my freaking marker lights before I do that though. So rerolling once. 1 marker light, there we go. So we can only fire 1, I guess. Okay, that's enough though. Does it explode because it's open topped? No. So drop pod is wrecked. And that is 1 less. Okay. Now I still have 2 more marker lights here, which I'm gonna use to fire 2 Seeker missiles from one of the other piranhas. 2 hits, 1 death. Chunk. And then also the burst cannon, because I'm in range of everything and I didn't move. Daka daka. Winning our 3s. 3+ saves. Oh, that is some dead people. So 1 single melta is still alive. Still in range though, and he doesn't have any cover, so I'm gonna fire my 2 Seeker missiles. And I miss horribly, because they're not my declared target. But I have the burst cannon. Burst cannon. Just 1 hit. That's all I need. No, He makes a save. Okay, so I guess I have to invest another Piranha. Firing the burst cannon first, actually, that makes sense, right? Because I don't want to waste my Seeker missiles if I don't have to. But it looks like I have to waste it anyway. Oh, just these two. 102, and he's dead. Alright, finally. That took a pretty long time. So we have 1, 2, 3 done, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys still left. So let's fire the next next little burst cannon. 2 wounds on the squad. And they make their saves. 2 Seeker missiles. Nope. And next one. 2 hits. 2 wounds. Hey, 1 goes down. Seeker missiles. 1 hit. Actually, no. Hitting on 3s. The Seeker missiles are doing really poorly here. Okay, so we have 1 more guy that won't give them cover with his missiles. 1 wound, 1 save, and then come on guys, give me some good rolling here. Nope, they miss everything with the Seeker missiles. Okay, then we have 2 left. Yeah, 2 left. Pew pew, 1 hit, nothing. Seeker. Yes, finally we hit something. Ah, but we don't wound anything. And that's not a 5 up cover, so he's dead. And 1 more. Another one. 3's to wound. And saved. Whoops. 2 only. There we go. Nope. And that's why you don't take Piranhas, by the way. Crappy ballistic skill, absolutely atrocious. But, I mean, they're not my declared targets, right? So, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, and then last but not least, we fire the last few. Hitting on 3s and glancing on 4s, re-rolling with the pen. Yep, that's a pen. And that is a stunt, so the drop pod goes down to 1. And a stunt. Let's count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1. We have 1 single guy left that can do it. Come on, buddy. Yep, that's all I need. And that's enough. Does it explode? No. So drop pod is toast. And I don't have any Seeker missiles left. I fired everything I have. But that's fine. They will leave anyway. And I mean, we killed pretty much every Marine here in the back line for now. And that's pretty successful, I'd say. Yeah. Then we have 1 drone sentry turret that can fire into their backs, I guess. Yeah. Twin link, no, but that's 1 wound and 1 death. Nice. Doop. Just because it's automated doesn't mean it doesn't hit, because it has 2 tries to hit, and that's always nice to have. Maybe I should have tried to fire at the gun, but I don't think I have any line of sight to him. Nah, there was no line of sight whatsoever. Okay, so we have some gun drones remaining, because they obviously did not fire yet, and we also have marker lights over here that I didn't use because obviously they can't see anything I would like to target in my back lines. So marker light support from here into the melter. That is 3 hits. Pew pew pew. And then the other one into the plasma squad. And that is 3 hits again. Nice, very good shooting here. Okay, I'm gonna use the drones back here, I guess. Yeah. He doesn't get cover anyway. So I'm gonna use those to increase my ballistic skill to ballistic skill 4. Because I have ballistic skill 3 already. Twin linked. And glancing on 6s, come on. No. Next one. From here into here. Pew pew. Twin linked. 6s. No. And 1 more. Pew pew. Rerolling. Come on guys, we need some 6s now, not when we hit. Ah, not a single one, god damn it. This this squad is going to open fire into them using one of the marker lights. Hopefully doing some more there, because we rolled high, but not 6s, and that's not enough. Alright, we're hitting on 3s still. Yep, 4 hits, and winning on 3s. 3 up armor. Nice, 2 guys dead. Just like that. Pew, pew. Was it the melter, the plasma gun? Yeah, that was the plasma gun. Pinning check on them. They're fine. Then this squad here can't see them really, so they're gonna fire into this squad here, into the Devastators. Pew pew. Missing entirely, re-rolling though. 3 hits instead, and 3s to wound. 2 wounds, 3+ saves. They are fine. Okay. This here will use the marker light for the plasma squad to try and finish them off, or at least whittle them down to the fact that they are pinned. So hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. Okay, that looks pretty good. Yep, that is 2 guys dead. Blam blam. Pinning check. Not pinned still, but at least we whittled them down. And then these 2 here will try to finish off the last multi-melter that is hiding back there. Well, not the last one, but the only one they can see. Hitting on forced twin linked. Perfect statistical. And we also expect 2 wounds here. And that is him. Exactly 1 guy. Pew! Is killed. And that is enough for a pinning. Which they fail. As always, the multi-melter is still going down. Nobody is moving anytime soon. Apart from the fact that it's 1. Okay, these guys here will open fire into the melter. Hopefully rolling some more 6s here. Okay, that's pretty good, but that's already 6s, so that probably doesn't work, right? Yeah, there we go. Already used up my 6s. And then the second squad is gonna do the exact same. Hitting on 4s, re-rolling. Okay, guys. Don't let me down here. Nope. I don't know how many, but I'd say about 16 now that I didn't hit. So pretty bad. These guys are all fired into the guys here. And I believe... No, I still have these drones here. They all fired with marker lights. These fired. I think we're done. Okay. Not a bad turn. It doesn't look like I did much to the front line. But in the end, these guys here are not combat effective anymore. This one is not combat effective for. This is also whittled down. Transport are unscathed, but that's okay. They just contain a melter gun. I don't care about that. These piranhas all will come back and kill something next turn. Probably annihilate the rest of the Razorbacks in 1 turn. This guy here is fearless, so he stays, but the drop pod is dead, and this guy is also fearless, but it's 1 guy. So basically everything died except a combi and a gun. So that means that's 20 stern guard in 1 turn. That's pretty nuts. Whole bunch of firepower. They took out one of my Sky Rays, but that was pretty much useless anyway. The Sky Rays are more a one-hit wonder thing, and an anti-air option as well. So that's okay. Alright. Leadership test at the end of the shooting, though. So the multi-melter will try to run. And he runs this time. Alright, so how far does he run? 8 inches. He's going back here. I guess that's good, because he's not pinned anymore. When you're failing your leadership test, you run away. And since he's a Space Marine, he's gonna regroup next turn. And then the Sergeant is okay. And the Devastator squad is not okay. Running 5 inches this way. That's not good, because they are getting out of rapid fire range. And, yeah. Okay. Nothing else though, right? Yeah, these guys don't have to take checks. Okay, so that means we roll for reserves, because these guys need some reserves really badly. We have Terminators here, coming in on a 4+, and they come in. And then we have 2 drop pods filled with assault marines with flamers and a captain. Doesn't come in and doesn't come in. Okay. So I mean the Terminators are at least in, so I now have to see where can I drop them even without dying to mishaps. Probably here is the safest spot. I'm pretty sure they will just get pinned and die, but I mean they can't get pinned because they're fearless. So that's the thing. They might be able to do a lot of 2-up saves and then they should be fine. I guess I can drop them here is probably the best spot. We're a little bit close to the side, but that's just the way it goes. So 5 inches to here is totally fine. Yep. Because we don't have that many Terminators anyway, and they should survive just fine. The only issue is they have lightning claws, and that's not as effective against vehicles as everything else, but on the other hand, they have a lot of attacks, so that's pretty good. Right, dropping in right there. And that is all the reserve they're gonna get this turn. So I guess it's time to move up and try to kill some piranhas before they escape. So this Melta Razorback is gonna move up. And the guys will disembark. Sergeant Melta in the back. Rest out in the open. I can go even a bit further. Also activating Tactical Doctrine, because this is going to be the turn where I actually will shoot with something. This one here will also move forward. And we disembark the Melta guns. Like so. The plasma one is gonna move forward to here, and we disembark the Marines. I'm gonna try to shut down those Makalite drones. I don't have to go too far, otherwise we're gonna get surrounded by drones, and I don't like that. Like so. This one is already empty, and I guess we're gonna move it up a little bit so it can at least fire at something. The sergeant is gonna regroup and gonna deal with those drones, I guess, and the multi-melta is gonna try to help him out. I'll get a lucky shot on those piranhas. Yeah, you can get a lucky shot, so let's see. Okay. Rest is dead. There's nothing here. And the Terminators obviously cannot move because they have slow and purposeful. So no running there, and we can open fire with everything else. So let's fire into the Makalite drones. The Makalite drones will choose to jink, because there's a plasma gun and everything, and I don't like that. So let's start with the plasma gun. 2 hits. No wounds. Okay, never mind. Actually, would I get cover from the plasma gun? No, I wouldn't. So they're still jinking. That's the best choice here. 3, 4, 8 shots from the general bolt guns. Rerolling everything. And wounding on force. Pretty solid. Actually, as expected, I guess. Ooh, the drone's going hard on the safes though. Yep, that is only one single Makalite drone killed in the end. Okay. The Melta gun into the Piranha. And Piranha's gonna jink that, obviously, because he's gonna leave next turn if he survives. And it looks like he will survive, but it's a pan. That is a jink save. Okay, so he's gonna survive. Then a crack grenade hits and doesn't do anything, and that's all they can do, because a Piranha has too much front armor, because he's 11 in the front for some reason. Then these guys here will open fire into this Piranha, because we're gonna hit him in the side. Oh yeah, he's gonna jink for obvious reasons. And that's the melter gun. Misses. Good thing we have tactical. Nope, doesn't matter. Crack grenade hits and doesn't do anything. Then we have 6 shots with the bolt guns, hitting on 3s, rerolling everything. That's all hits. And 6s to lance. Jink safe. Nope, denied. No damage whatsoever. Sergeant throws a crack grenade into that drone's face, and he hits, and that drone is not dead. Melta misses, and oh yeah, these guys here. I forgot to move the Devastators, sorry. They move this way, I think. And they have to keep currency, so he has to move a little bit further back. Okay, they will open fire into the drones, I guess, because it doesn't do anything else. Yeah, okay. Let's try it. So into the drones, hitting on 3s, re-rolling, and wounding on 4s. Yep, pretty nice. 4 up saves, and 1 drone is dead. Pew. Okay, that's pretty much everything that could fire except the Razorbacks. So let's fire Razorbacks next. This Razorback is gonna fire into the into this drone squad here, I think. Are they gonna get cover? Disregard. Oh, these guys won't get cover from here. So he's gonna fire into those. 3 shots, hitting on 3s and wounding on 3s. Nice. That's 2 drones dead. No saves against that. This one here is gonna fire into the Sky Ray drones. 3s to hit, 3s to kill. 1 down. This one here is gonna fire into these drones. 3s to hit, twin linked. 3s to wound, no saves. All dead. This one here into those drones behind him before they kill him by firing in the back armor, because they can't roll 6s for some reason. So that's 2 more. And that's everything. Fired, 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 dead, dead. Okay. No storm bolters because they are dead. Oh yeah, I forgot to move these guys here though. Okay, he's obviously gonna move forward into this direction. He's gonna toss a grenade. I'm not sure what this guy would have done. Probably also against the Tetra. So grenade here. Hits. It's a pen. And that's nothing. What happens to the Sky Ray? It's shaken. Doesn't really matter too much because it can still fire at full ballistic skill. Then this one here into the Tetra. And that Tetra is not gonna jink because why should it? It's just 1 grenade. And he's probably gonna charge it anyway. And that is their shooting. Okay. Leadership tests. The drones. Fine. The drone. Fine. The other drone. Fine. They don't care. Wow. These are all untouched, so no damage dealt. And not a single piranha was killed that turn. That is not good for business, because they will come back and annoy them even more. And once they come back, they can also intercept the other reserves that will come in. So if they reload on their stuff, they might be able to take out the drop pod and the assault marines the next turn they come back. So that is going to be pretty painful. Assault phase, I'm going to charge here and I'm going to charge there. The drones will overwatch with twin linked. Nothing. They can roll 6s as usual. And he's gonna make it in. Pop. Then the Tetra doesn't hit. Actually, no, wait a second. We have some supporting fire here. So let's fire the 6 Marker Light drones first. That's 1 Marker Light hit. That's 2 Marker Light hits on him. And I'm gonna use both of these Marker Lights with my drone sentry turret. Wait a second, it only has 2 shots though. There we go. Hitting on 4s and wounding on 2s with the rockets, and 3 up save on him. He's good. And I guess the Piranha can fire, but it's not in the right arc. And the Sky Ray cannot fire because it doesn't have any more shooting. Okay, so he makes it in. Rah. Over here, this guy is in range. Yeah, he's in range. So that turret misses, doesn't hit anything, and then we have 2 more drones also in range. Ooh, that is 1 hit, and that is 2 hits, winning on 3s, and 2 3 up save. No, he's fine. So both stern guard are in their charges, and I think that's all I can charge because the rest here is disembarking or not in range of anything. Okay, so let's go first here. 2 attacks from the sergeant, hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s, 4 up drone save, going strong. Alright, 2 drones attacking back, hitting on 4s, nothing. Draw on combat, and we stay locked. Over here, he's gonna put his crack grenade on it, and it hits, and it doesn't do anything. Then 1 crack grenade onto the Sky Ray, hits, and doesn't do anything. God damn it. Okay, that is everything that happens. Because the Terminators can't do anything about it, and the drop pods are all dead, so there's no snowbolter shooting or anything that could have happened before. Okay, that is it. So let us see what we do with Tau turn 3, I think. Yep, that's turn 3. Okay, so the Piranhas will all come back because they went into ongoing reserve, so they don't have to roll for anything. So Piranha army is coming from here, 6 inches to there, here, here, I guess here? Yeah, why not? Doesn't matter. And they will disembark new drones because they can. So we have 2 more. What's up with these guys? Did I forget to fire those marker lights? Nah, doesn't matter. So we have 1, 2, 6 inches away from him, right there. And then 2 more, 2 more, and 2 more. This is number 2, so he has to be fine with going over here. This is number 4, going over here. And this is number 3, going over there. Okay, so rearmed and refueled. These guys here will all move over and be removed from the board, because 2 of them are jinking anyway, and they don't deal any damage without their rockets, and they fired all of those last turn. So the Great Escape, because they're 18 inches away or something from the table edge, and that's all they have to do to actually get off the board, since they just have to be within 6 inches, I think. Let me look up that rule real quick before I make a mistake here, but I think so. Yeah, I need to be within 6 inches, and not even wholly, but just within 6 inches, and I can enter ongoing reserves, and then they come all back at full strength with damage repaired and so on. But I think they didn't even take any damage. Nope, they are undamaged. Now these guys here can also go back into reserves, but I think I'd rather fire into the Cataphracti. I'm not too sure about that. The counter argument would be the Assault Marines will probably come in next turn, and then I can come back and blast those out of the system when I refuel. And I don't have any Seeker missiles left, so I only have burst cannons here, and the drones will stay anyway. They might as well deal with that. I think it's a smart idea to put them into reserves, simply because the Assault Marines have to be dealt with anyway. So they will go into ongoing as well, and then they should be fine. These guys here will move 6 inches to here, and these here will move 6 inches to here, Try to spread it a little bit and take out these guys. The Tetra doesn't really want to die, so it's gonna hop over here. Actually back there. Like so. And the commander also doesn't really want to die, so we have to see where we can save him the best. Probably this way, because there's less problems there. And this time I shouldn't forget my assault move too. The Sky Drones will just hop over here and try to deal with that last guy here. The Sky Ray, I'm not sure about that one, because it's actually useless. It doesn't have any weapons whatsoever. So I think I'm gonna use it for tank shock. I'm gonna tank shock these Terminators. And I'm going to here. So the Terminators are all fearless, so they can't do anything, and they will not death or glory, so they just move out of the way the minimal distance. So it can fit. Me. Over here. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Come on, guys. Coming through. Coming through. Stay away. Stay away. Come on. Don't keep sucking them. There we go. So basically we push them to the side and make sure that the Sky Ray has at least some use. And that's it. This one here doesn't have anything really, so it can just move forward, I guess. 12 inches. Yeah, why not? I can use that to block the Terminators from moving anywhere when I fled out over there or something. I don't know. The Tetra is gonna peek out here. Try to lend some fire support. And then the drones here probably just stay where they are. I don't think they need much. And these here are snap firing. So I move them back a little bit because they have enough range. They don't have to peek out too much. So I don't lose my guys every time I try to hit some marker lights here. Okay. Probably all I have. Yep. Okay. So let's start with the easy stuff first. Drones will fire into this guy here because he needs to get removed. I don't want him being in my base. Twin linked on the drone, so rerolling hits. 3 hits and 3 wounds with 3 up saves. And he's dead. Pew! That is nice. The automated turret is gonna fire into the guy next to him. That's 2. That's 2. 3 up saves. He's dead. Okay, that was clean. Now the rest here should probably fire into the Terminators, I guess, because the Terminators are, if I remove those, there's pretty much nothing that left that can attack me very well. So I'll just fire into them, I guess. So we have these guys here. Commander with the drones all firing the marker lights. And that's 4 marker light hits on the Terminator squad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Then I can also fire marker light from the Tetra. So 2 shots. Twin linked. Oh, missing everything. And also rapid fire my pulse rifle. 1 hit. No wound. Okay. Then we have a bunch of drones over there, and I'm gonna use 1 marker light for each. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 2 squads without marker light support, and then the rest with marker light support. I'm gonna fire them all at the same time because I don't think they will deal much damage here. So hitting on 4s, twin linked. Oh, that was pretty bad with the rolling there. 3 wounds though. 2 up saves. Nope, they're good. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Times 2 because it's 2 drones. Times 2 is because they have double the shots. Hitting on 3s this time. Still re-rolling though. The re-roll didn't do much. Wounding on 3s, so we expect a bunch of wounds here. That's cocked. Okay, that should deal some damage, so I expect 1 or 2 Terminators. 1 Terminator goes down. Pew! Okay. Not bad for a unit that was basically for free. And but not really much considering they took a bunch of saves there. So it should have been another one, maybe. I don't know. It's okay though. Uh, these guys here can probably just fire their marker lights into that Marine squad, just so I can remove a few of them. Nah, doesn't hit. And these guys here will fire into that Marine squad. Full ballistic skill because they did not jink. And rerolling the one because they're near a ammo crate. So that's 2 marker light hits on the squad. Over there. And then we have 4 more marker lights here into this squad. Also hidden on 4s and rerolling 1s. Just 1 marker light hit on him. Okay. I guess the piranhas will start. So we're gonna fire the 2 missiles from this guy, because he can reroll the 1s. And that is 2 guys dead, I guess. Yep, 2 guys dead. Because he ignores cover with the marker light anyway. And then the rest is gonna snap fire because it moved. That's fine. Then this one here is gonna fire into them as well. Sorry, no, not the burst cannons. We have the Seeker missiles back, so let's fire the Seeker missiles. That makes sense. Also, obviously, my declared target. Not hitting on 2s though. And that's 1 guy? No, not really. There's drones in between, but he still dies. Doesn't make his cover safe. Okay, next one. Still have Seeker missiles to go. Actually, I need to snap fire the burst cannon. Yep, that's 1 hit. 1 wound. 1 save. Okay, so next. Hits twice. Wounds once. And that's a death. And snap firing the pulse. 1 hit. 1 death. Okay, so I still have Seeker missiles on the last one remaining. But other than that, not really something. And I guess we removed that squad, so that's pretty nice. This drone here is gonna... Actually, both drones are gonna fire into that squad separately, because separate pinning checks. 1 hit, 1 wound, 1 save. Next one, 1 hit, 2 hits, 2 wounds, and 1 death. Pew. And a leadership check. Not pinned. Okay. I still have a marker light on there. Do I have anything that can fire? Yeah, actually I can use the Tetra to fire at them. Okay, I'm gonna use the marker light for the Tetra. Gonna fire my own marker lights. Twin linked. 2 marker lights back onto the target, I guess. Pew pew. And also the rifle. I cannot use their own marker lights though, because it's not networked, so they miss on it too, because it only has ballistic skill 3. Okay. What else do we have to fire? I think there's not much left. We have some marker lights from here, but that doesn't do anything, because we already fired our stuff, and most of the piranhas are already in reserves, so nothing happens there. Okay, so I guess we have to open fire with the drones. Now the cool thing about this is if we declare a target, and obviously I would always declare a target for the tank hunter, all the units from this formation gain that, as far as I know. I'm gonna read the rule real quick so I don't screw up here. And exactly, they say the entire Piranha squad here has it. Now these guys here I don't consider part of the squad, so I'd say that they don't get the tank hunter, but comment below if you disagree. But I think that's how it's supposed to be played, at least. I don't know. Might be wrong though. Okay, these 2 here are gonna fire into the squad in the back, just to keep them in the back so they can't fire. Well, it doesn't look very well though. Oh, that's all they needed though. So 1 guy's dead and they have to take a pinning check. Now they're okay. Next one, this here. Doesn't have line of sight to those, except to this guy. So let's fire those next. twin linked, and wounding on 3s with 3-up armor. Nice. So it's the only 2 guys I can see anyway, and that is that for the squad. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drones remaining with 2 shots each, and they all will fire into the Razorback, I guess, because it doesn't have cover at the moment, and we actually should be able to glance it, although I have not been able to roll any 6s recently. Yeah, there we go, it's wrecked. So it's another Razorback down before even the new Sky missiles come in. So that's pretty nice. And the only thing we have left is 2 Sky missiles on one of the Piranhas. And I'll choose to fire those at the squad. Might as well finish them off because there's a melter in there. And, you know. So 2 hits and 2 deaths. Pew pew. Marker light's gone. Okay. I have some drones over here that did not fire yet. I'm gonna fire those into this squad here because I don't have much other targets at the moment and I would like to kill them because they're not pinned yet. That's not as good. Not really. So 5 and 3s. So 4 wounds with 3-up saves. And they make them all. Okay. So no damage dealt from those drones. And I think that is pretty much it, because these already fired. These are in close combat. And that one doesn't have any weapons anymore. Yep. Okay. End of shooting phase, we have to see leadership tests. 1 leadership test on these guys. Actually a pinning check before. And then a leadership test on them. They're okay. That squad doesn't take any damage. The other squad is dead. These guys don't take pinning tests because they're fearless. And that is the round. So this time I'm gonna actually use my assault moves because I don't wanna just straight up die. So assault moves here. Going back into cover. Assault moves here. Back into cover. Hep. Assault moves here, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, why not? Assault moves here, right in front. Assault moves here, right in front. There we go. Pretty much all need to annoy it, not to do anything specific. The marker light drones will tuck in behind the rock. Also removing their jink marker because they didn't jink anymore. And the Sky Ray drones, I don't know. Let's see how far they go. 5 inches. I don't really want to feed them to the Terminators yet, because I can deal damage still. So I'm gonna pull them back a little bit. I don't want to die. The Commander with their drones, 8 inches. Don't really need that much movement, but I want to have the Commander up front and the marker light drones behind if possible. Like so. Come on, Commander. Oh, this guy could have flat out, I guess. Yeah, it would move flat out, I guess. So moving flat out right there. You shall not pass. Boom. These here are far enough away, I think. 6 inches. Let's make a 9-inch charge out of it. Like so. They don't have to move too far. And these guys here will actually move their 2d6 because they need to get away from the Razorback fire. So might as well hide them in the shadow of that mountain. Because they have 18 range, so they don't have to suicide necessarily. Okay, I think... Yeah, I mean, these guys here can also move ahead. There is 3 Razorbacks left. Yep, just these 3. So I guess I can charge them with the drones? I don't know. That would actually make me lock them down, but I'm gonna move like this, so I can at least get cover for my own drones. So they have to fire at the other gun drones instead. And also the Assault Marines will come in this turn, so we don't want to die to mass multi-flamer on drones. And we also want to deny drop pods that could come in and try to kill our piranhas. So should be fine. Like so. Yeah, the only risky thing is here, but I mean, if they drop the drop pod here, it's gonna mishap. I don't think they can fit it there. It's a little bit too risky. They lost so much units, and they still have 12 piranhas in reserve with full drones again, so they will absolutely murder those Terminators next turn if they are unlucky or whatever comes in from reserves, so don't think that's an issue. Alright, so 2 drones against the Sergeant, I guess. Sergeant misses. No, hits. They have crappy skill. No, nothing. And then 2 drones. Come on, buddies. No. Tight combat, we stay. Pretty much for the rest of the game. It's a fair deal, though. The Sergeant is worth exact same as the drones, I think. I don't know. No, he might not, he might be a little bit cheaper, but that's okay. They already annoyed him enough, and I don't want to run away necessarily. Okay, that is Tau turn 3. Oh yeah, we'll see. Hey, Kansti. Got some more fish for you, as you can see, and there's a bunch of fish this turn. Alright. Yeah, I saw you requesting the Piranha Wing, so I tried to make it work. We'll see how it does. So far it's doing pretty well. Although the Sky Ray still did a lot of damage that first turn. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's a mixture, I guess. Okay, so let's roll for reserves. We still have 2 more squads to come here, including the Warlord, who's probably gonna eat every single Sekai missile of the next turn, because if he dies, they probably lose by kill points anyway. So these guys here do not come in, and these guys here do not come in, because I reduced their reserves by 1. So that's really bad for the Terminators, because they needed those as a distraction, so probably they will take the next Sika missile hits. Okay, what do we do with these guys here? Do we want to charge the commander? Not necessarily, to be honest, because he's not dealing the damage. These guys are not dealing any damage whatsoever. Sky Raider is done shooting though, so we don't kill that. We like 2 guys here. I think we still have to charge him. The only issue with that is that he might just tank it. We'll see. Razorback is gonna move a little bit because we need to get line of sight on these drones without giving them cover. Same for this one, he's gonna fire into those. And then this one also moving a tad. These guys will... Actually, he's gonna pivot and then they can advance. And the multimeter is finally able to fire at something, although he's not in range of anything that he should fire at, so he's still pretty useless this turn. And the Terminators, what do we do with those? They can't get past here, so we might as well assault the Sky Ray, I think. Because it's gonna block them every time. And that thing has armor 11, so apart from my Champion, nobody can touch that, so let's not charge that turret. That is worth 40 points, we don't want that. This thing has 2 network marker lights, so we might as well remove that and get past. Okay, that is all. Oh yeah, that's the Doctrine. This turn, Tactical Doctrine is probably a waste, so I'm gonna go with Assault Doctrine. Yeah, makes sense. So, we got Assault Doctrine. Means these guys don't get rerolls, but we have a melter gun that hits, that wounds, and that is lookout third and kills a drone. Pew. Then we have a crack grenade, hits and wounds, and lookout third. Oh yeah, no saves because it's 4 up. Pew. It's another one dead, and he's probably gonna tank the rest. Yeah, makes sense. We should tank the rest, so not all the Markono drones are dead. Whoops, that was a miss there. So 1 less. 4 hits with the tacticals, 1 wound, and he's gonna tank that. with his face. Okay. That's all from shooting here. I guess the crack grenade from the chaplain misses. And then I'm gonna fire the Razorbacks next, I guess. Right, time to kill some drones. This one here is gonna open fire into the sky drones. Misses, wounding on 3s. Worst case scenario, it's gonna be 1 alive. Then this one here into the drones over there. Twin linked, all hit. 3s to wound, nothing. Nothing so far. Nope, no damage on the drones. And then this one here into, I don't know what. I guess into these here. The second one would get a cover save, but still. Think we need to remove then. Yep, seems to be fine. Nope, it's just one anyway. So one sky drone down and the rest is okay. Alright, that was a very quick round of shooting so far. These guys here will fire into the sky drone that is left. Grenade. Hits. Nope. Bolt gun. Hit. 1 wound. Oh, it's dead. Pew. 1 less drone. And then the multi-meta into that drone used to be a little bit overkill, and he misses anyway. God damn it. He didn't do any damage this game so far. Good investment. I guess that is everything, because they really don't have anything on the map now, since I destroyed the majority of their army. Okay, so assaulting here. So the marker light miss, the turret misses, twin linked, 1 hit, wounding on a 2, nothing. And this one is probably out of range. No, it's in range, okay. So 1 more from the turret. Re-rolling. Oh, 2 hits now. Nice. 2 wounds. And Tammy is fine. Okay, so they're still alive, and then they charge. No multi-charge because I want to use my guys and not waste them. These guys can't charge because they're rapid fired, but at least they killed 2 drones, I guess. So successful. And these guys don't have any targets. Okay, so let's start over here. The chaplain is gonna go first. He has 3 basic attacks on the charge, hitting on 3s and glancing on 4s with his Crucium Arcanum. It's 2 glances, and the Sky Ray is toast. Yep, Sky Ray down. Here. Let's not make it a bag, so I can actually walk across. Let's remove it. Let's move it down. Here. Hey, come on. Dude, did I not lock it? There we go. It's dead. Poor Sky Ray. Didn't do anything. Doesn't have any use whatsoever, but that's okay. Then over here. Get that sergeant. Nope. Get the drones. Nope. Nothing happening over there. Okay, that is Ultramarines' turns, and that was a very, very lackluster turn, because that was a turn where basically the entire Piranha army wasn't even there, and the rest will return. Okay. You know the drill. These Piranhas will go into ongoing reserves. Because why not? They don't have anything to do. They are still waiting for the Sword Marines, and they don't need them. And I'm going to replace them with the other Piranhas over here. Right there. Moving 6 inches to here. Here. And here. 13. 1, 2. 14, I assume. 15. And 16. 1 more drone. And another one, and another one. So 13 goes 6 inches to there. Hep. Oh no, I passed it too many. 14. That's 16. Nope, that's 13. Where's drone number 16? There it is. So that one is moving over here. 13. Over here. And 15 is in the back. Over here. And there's more drones. Okay. Then the Markerite drones have to move. Yep. 6 inches over, as usual. And the other Markerite drones will also hop over. And the Tetra, I don't know about it. It probably has to stand still, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna actually move it over here. So we have line of sight to these guys and these guys, just in case I need to fire them. The drones will all advance forward a little bit. I don't know. Doesn't make much of a difference, to be honest. They can just stay within 18, it's fine. And this one here just needs to be in rapid fire range, which it is, because it has 30 range on its gun. These drones here will abuse the fact that these guys are the wrong way around, and they try to fire into the back armor. Because I can't roll any 6s, but maybe I can roll any 5s. And then this guy drone is gonna attempt to do the same, but it can't move. So I guess it's gonna eat the Overwatch here. Going over here. And then everything that was not a new drone here can move also 6. And try to keep these guys away. Like so. And so. And these guys are all Markerite drones. Okay. This thing is immobile. Sky Ray is gonna... Doesn't matter which way it pivots, because it has 360. That's fine. So Markerite's all in position, I guess. Yeah, this guy here can still move. Okay, so we lost the Markerite support here. I'm not sure where to go with those. Probably this way. Yep, this way, for sure. Because here's the ammo crate, so we can reroll our ones. And then these Markerites will stay put, because they have some good positioning here. They can shoot here, here. All choices, basically. Alright. That is it for that. But remember, we still have 8 more Piranhas. Because we're not done yet with Piranhas. Because I didn't lose... I think I lost 1 so far? I don't know. So we have... Yeah, I think we lost 1. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I'm... Did I remove the wrong guy? Wait a second. Why do I have so many piranhas here? Wait a second. So 5, 6, 7 are one squad. So 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. I'm confused for a second here. Sorry. They will just move on from here. And I'm not gonna bother renaming the drones all the time, because there's enough drones on the field to confuse me already. So instead we're just gonna blob them down. Here they are. And obviously they move their full 6. I'm just gonna remove the drop pod here, because it's dead. And it is... You are able to see through, so it's not even blocking line of sight or anything. These guys will advance over here. Oh, that was not good. I guess we have to deploy them properly, because the Sky Ray is soaking them all in. It doesn't matter. As long as they can see the Terminators, they're fine. And then the Piranhas will just move a tad. And fall down. Okay. And then on this side, we're going to do the exact same. Come in from reserves. And then we're gonna group the piranhas around that ammo crate. That's exactly why I have it. Like so, and then we copy paste a bunch of drones again. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. More drones. Alright, that's it. So we have all piranhas on the field except this squad, I guess. And also a whole bunch of Seeker missiles, because I have 2 Seeker missiles on each piranha that exists. Okay, let's fire some marker lights. So 2 marker lights from the Tetra into the Terminators. Twin linked. Nope, that is 1. Pew. And yeah, the Sky Ray Gunship. Why not? Sky Ray Gunship. Hitting on 3s. Nope. Not twin linked, unfortunately. Then 3 marker lights from here into those as well. Rerolling once. That's 1 hit. And I guess that's all we need, really. Yeah, they have 2 Seeker missiles on each thing I have here. So let's fire all the marker lights into the Razorbacks. I need to get rid of them because they're killing my drones and I don't like that. Okay, rerolling the 1 because we're near the ammo crate. So it's 3 marker lights on the Razorback. And then the other one into the other Razorback that's still alive. Missing pretty much. Yep, nothing we can do about that. Then we have 4 marker lights from here into the Marine squad in front. Rerolling the 1 because we are near an ammo crate. And that's 4 marker lights into their face. Boop, 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 boop. Easy peasy. And let's open fire. Alright, so we're gonna use 2 of the marker lights to fire into the Razorback with the Seeker missiles. That's 2 hits. That's also my preferred target, so I'm gonna reroll because I have reroll armor penetration. It goes down. Does it immobilize twice? No, it does not, so it's down to 1. And then I'm gonna use another Seeker missile from the other one that hits, and it's dead. Alright, Razorback rip. Marker lights all used. And that's how you kill vehicles with marker lights. Okay, so we still have these 2 piranhas that can open fire into these guys, and I'm gonna use my marker lights. So we have 4 missiles. Hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s, ignoring cover. 3 guys dead. Pew, pew, pew. We can also fire the burst cannon, but I'm not in range. And I guess I can fire more Seeker missiles if I want to, but does it get cover from there? Not really. I'm gonna assume can fire some more. So 2 more Seekers. Hey, 2 hits even. Nice. That's 1 glance. Oh no, it doesn't get cover. I already checked. Right. So that one takes a glancing hit. Because it's... Oh, actually, no, it's strength 8. Wait, wait. That's a pen. I don't have that weak stuff. Nice. I killed the heavy bolter. That's exactly what I wanted. Because my drones will survive that. So heavy bolter gone. Then we have 2 drones into his... actually, I'm gonna fire into this rear armor then. So 4 drone shots into him. Rerolling. 5s. Yay, a glance. See, I can never roll 6s, but I can roll 5s. So that's 1 glance into his back. I might as well fire my turret into him. Turret power. Pew. Nice, 2 hits. Strength 7. And it's wrecked. Razorback down. Okay, I think I killed every single Razorback except this one. But that one doesn't have a turret anymore. So that's nice. Let's open fire with the drones, I guess. Yep. So the drones back here don't have any targets other than these guys here, so they might as well just fire. Yep. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. Yep, 4 guys out of range of anything else. 2 shots each, hitting on 4s. Oh my goodness. 50-50. Come on, give me more than that. Yeah, that's actually exactly average with the twin linked. And that's not really average. That's 50-50. But still might be enough. Depends on the armor saves. Nope, that is one guy dead. And a pinning check. And they're pinned again. They're pinned basically the entire game because of the drone onslaught. Okay. So that guy's out of the game, I guess. These drones here are in range of the Razorback, so I'm just gonna fire them into him because I want him dead, even though he's useless. I'm still playing kill points. And as long as he's dead, he can't tank shock me. Nice. That is one glance on his front because he's 11. And I guess I can fire 2 more squads into him or 1. Let's fire 2 more. Sorry, 2 more. So twin linked, and that's. Oh, I didn't twin link that one. No, 3. Nothing. And then the second squad, also without cover. Yes, come on guys, give me some 6s here, please. No. Denied. I wish the tank hunter would apply to the drones. It would make this formation so much better. I mean, they could glance stuff down if they could have that. But it specifically says Piranha, and I'm pretty sure that the drones are just passengers. They're not necessarily a Piranha part. Okay. But I still have one more drone here and one more drone here. They can open fire as well. 2 and 3. Come on, buddies. There we go, finally. One last 6, and he's toast. Razorback destroyed. Okay, that is everything that could fire at Razorbacks. So now we continue the normal shooting into the Marines. There's 2 Marines left here, so I'm gonna fire my drones at them. We have one single drone here that hits twice. Okay, pretty efficient. Not efficient kill though. So these guys will continue firing. 1 more. 3 hits. 2 wounds. 1 death. And another 2 more. Rerolling. Almost. And 3s. With 3 up saves. Nice. Okay. And then we have a bunch of other drones. We have 1, 2, 4 drones left here. So it's 8 shots into the Terminators. And I'm gonna use 2 marker lights, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 marker lights to increase my ballistic skill to 3. 4, sorry. I'm already ballistic skill 3. So hidden on 3s, but the ballistic skill 4. Alright, and then winning on 3s. And 2 up armor saves. Come on, bucket, die. There we go. 1 Terminator dead. Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure with the thing with the Piranha, because I always detach them, obviously. But I think they are still only passengers and firing out of the transport. They're not part of him, and Tank Hunter only applies to him. You would never apply Tank Hunter to passengers, so I'm not sure if they should get it. Would be nice, but I will assume they don't. Okay, then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drones here. 8, 16 hitting on 4s. And twin linked, a good thing too, because we missed a whole lot here. There we go. That did not help at all. If anything, it made more cocked dice than anything else. Decent. Yeah, I'll look that up after the game, but I'm pretty sure the wording is as if passengers, but we'll see. So 2 up saves on the Terminators. Ouch, there's 3 Terminators dead. Pew pew pew. And that is how the drones roll, right? I don't even have to use my Seeker missile. That's really bad for the Ultramarines, because if they drop down, they will get immediately killed, basically. Okay, then we have some more drones, I guess, because we don't have any good targets anyway. So we have 4 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 drones. Twice the shooting and hitting on force. Oh, these drones wish they were part of a hunter card, right? I tell you that, because they would get so much freaking hits in this case, but unfortunately you can't take them as part of the detachment. And that's for good reason, because that would make the Piranha formation way better than it is. But that is some solid wounding, I'd say. And that's some solid dead chaplain. Pew. Okay. Drone power. Killed everything. I don't think there's anything left that I can fire, and there's nothing left that I can kill either, so I don't know. Nope. I mean, I can fire my Seeker missiles, I guess, if I want to. Because there's one pinned guy here and there's one pinned guy over there. Can I hit him without him getting cover? Yeah, I can. I can clearly see him right there. Okay, so I'm gonna fire 2 missiles. It's too cool for target to not fire. Yep, that's 2 hits and he's dead. Maybe I should have fired just 1, but might as well fire 2. Alright, and because that went so well, I will fire to the other guy if I can see him. And I cannot. Okay, so I'm gonna leave him alone, but he's pinned anyway, so who cares about him? So the endless combat here. Sergeant. Hits. Wounds. Saved. Drones. Miss. Done. As always. Okay. Do we need to do any assault moves? I don't think so. Maybe we should do some assault moves with the marker lights, just to keep myself reminded that they actually have the ability to do so. I mean, I know they have it, but I oftentimes just forget because I'm busy shooting with drones and remembering their special rules. So I'm gonna hop back here into cover because this Monitorum crate not only allows you to reroll once, but he's like exactly hiding marker light drones, which is obviously awesome. Really good piece of war gear, like 40 points, all worth it. I can also, by the way, shoot the Stormbolter with the drones. It's pretty funny, and it can fire 2 Stormbolters too. So major drone work right there. Extra useful with marker lights, by the way. With if you do sniper drones, put them next to this thing, so they hit on 2s, re-rolling, and then the guy that usually fires the marker light can fire the Stormbolters at ability skill 5. Da-da, re-rolling once. So that's actually pretty funny. They can use this very well to make that fireside marksman useful. Okay. I'm not gonna move with the rest. I don't think there's any point. I'm just gonna gun down whatever comes down next just to show you what they can do, and that's it. Alright. So it's turn... That was their turn 4. This guy here obviously has to take a leadership test because he's pinned. He runs again. Oh my goodness, these guys ran so often. So 9 inches back. And he's not pinned anymore. Yay, because obviously he stood up. Okay, so drop pod with the captain. Where do we drop that? Probably here, because there's all the guys that I want to kill. And there's a good spot here for... Yeah, I guess there's a good spot for my flamers too. So they probably die next turn, but that's fine. At least they can take something with them. It scares a little bit. 5 inches over here. Dunk. Exactly on the Sky Ray. Come on, Ward Pod. There we go. Drop Pod is going to take a dangerous. He's fine. And then the Assault Marines and the captain will come out. Flamer. Flamer. Where's my flamer? There they are. 2 flamers. Disembarking right there. Onto the crate. And then these guys here as close as they can and away from the turret because that is a own unit and they can't get that. Okay, the problem is this unit is not fearless, so if I pin them, they are absolutely screwed, and I have like 10 billion pinning checks. I should actually ally demons to reduce leadership or something, because if they had less leadership than this, the drones would be like incredibly powerful, because nothing could charge them, nothing could fire them, and they cause pinning checks on pretty much every occasion they ever can. So that's pretty nasty. Um, then the second squad is also automatically coming in this turn because it's turn 4. And I think I want to go here because this is a menace to deal with. And I need to remove these guys. They cannot be left alone, otherwise they gun down whatever is coming close. There is an issue though. Am I fine? No, I'm mishapping, obviously. And I get placed by the drones. I'm gonna place them right there because that's where they actually the hunters are now the hunted. Because I am reach of them, but they can't reach me with the flamers. Whoops. So I'm gonna disembark and try to get out of range of the drones, but that is not happening, I think. I went too greedy, but I mean, on the other hand, I need to get a good hit with the flamers, otherwise the game was over anyway. Okay, so let's do one last round here, basically. I'm gonna activate the tactical doctrine just to get my flamer templates, just to hit my other stuff better. That's like, I don't know, 5 hits. And that is, I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. Obviously, I should resolve this separately, but I don't think it makes any difference. Yep, especially with that wounding, because for some reasons drones are toughness 4, which is really powerful. And they have 4+ saves, so they're not even squishy. 3 drones died. So let's say 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. Something like that. And then we have a grenade. Hits. And kills the drone. Pew. And then both pistols. 2 hits. Rerolling once, obviously. 3 hits. 1 wound. 1 drone save. Easy peasy. These guys over here will run. Actually, I should have disembarked in as close as I can and then run. Doesn't matter, they run 1 inch, so I'm just gonna move that sideways, I guess, because I have enough room movement to get into the drones anyway. Okay, that's it. That's literally all the Ultramarines have left. And that is turn 5 Tau. So Tetra is gonna turn around and skimmer over there. Drones will move up 6 inches. Meep. These drones here will move around and take the ammo crate with them. Nope. They wish they could, but they can't. Piranhas will stand still, I guess. No, I might as well move. I mean, they can snapfire the burst cans after. Piranhas here will just advance. Why that? Because we have more piranhas. Yay. Everything is filled with piranhas, basically. And these guys here, I mean, they can go back into reserves, but I don't care, honestly. And then here we obviously have only one thing to do. We're gonna attack that guy with all the drones I have left and see if we can charge him down. Let's go, guys. We got him. Drone power. Obviously, there's one Devastator over there that we need to kill as well, but who cares about him, honestly? Oh yeah, he already got, he would get his multi-melter shot, I guess, which he misses. There we go. Oh, does he have? Yeah, he has rerolling once, and he misses again. There we go. That's why I ignore him. He's basically useless, because he's so bad at shooting that he can't do anything. All right, marker light drones, all grouping up. Marker light drones, all grouping up. And I guess that's enough. We'll see. Let's start over here. 2 marker lights into them. Twin linked. 2 marker lights into them. And I'm gonna use no marker lights into them because I have 72 or endless range on my Seeker missiles, and I'm gonna use 2 Sika missiles to shoot at them, and that's 2 guys dead. Blup. And then I'll fire the rest of the drones. That's 8. 24. 4, 8, 16. Wait, 4, 8, 12. 24 shots. Here we go. And the problem is these guys are not fearless, so yeah. I don't think there's any way they can do something about this, because this would cause separate fear tests. And I'll just divide the damage into the drone squads after, because I'm too lazy to use them all after the other, because in theory they just should outright kill them here. And just in case pinning gets relevant, I'll fire more Sika missiles, as always. Because they have 72 range, I guess. Should be enough. 1, 2, 3. That's why I'm not rolling the pinning checks, because they're all dead. Okay. So I still have some Seekers left here that can see the drop pod. I guess I'm gonna fire those next. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And can I target him? 36 range. Seems to be too much, right? Yeah, he's too far away. I can't target him, so we can just fire our normal stuff, and we don't get armor penetration rerolls, but I think he is dead anyway. Yep, that looks pretty dead to me. He gets cover saves. Nope, drop pod is dead. Does it explode? Yeah, it does. Whoa. It's down. Okay, and then I can fire everything at pretty much into these guys. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 Sekai missiles left. And then we fire the Makalites first. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hitting on 2s. Alright, that's 6 Makalites. Then from the Tetra. Rerolling. 7 Makalites. Then the drones back there. Rerolling once. Come on, guys. 10 Makalites, and then another 3 drones left, because I lost one. Rerolling once. Nothing. And 12 Makalites. Okay. So I'm gonna use those 12 Makalites to activate my my Sika missiles. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I think. I don't remember, but I still have 2 more Makalites in case it doesn't do it. All the piranhas are next to ammo crates, so I can reroll once. Aw. And we wound on 2s because it's strength 8. Come on, guys. What are you doing? 3 missed. And I guess he's gonna tank them, because he's the only guy that has saves against that. So we roll 3 at a time. 4 plus in 1 save. He's alive, but he loses 1 wound. 2 at a time. He's alive. Whoa, he's tanking them. And he's dead. Okay. Pew. Captain down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 22, so I have 10 left. 10 left. Rerolling once. Hitting on 3s, because that's obviously my declared target, and I don't get Tank Hunter, but at least I get my my +1 ballistic skill. And they were dead. Because, yeah, there is, I mean, there might be some cover. Let me shoot my Sky Ray real quick. So just so we... yep, that's 2 more Makalites, so 2 guys are outright dead because of the Makalites, and... yeah, the rest would get cover saves, I guess. So cover saves for, I don't know, 2 guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the rest is gonna get killed by the drone. I'm just gonna remove him because there's no point. And now the real deal, we're gonna try to charge him. This guy should just die to normal fire, I guess. Do we have more Seeker? Yeah, we have some Seeker over there. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Pew pew. Not rerolling once because I'm too far away. And that's all wounds. And he's dead. Who would have thought? Okay. Now we charge the drones. Charge. Nope. Next. Yes. Over here. Here. These guys. In. Next. In. They can't touch each other because the bases are too big, but they should be in. This one is a separate unit though, so I'm gonna charge those first. Yep, they're in. That's all I can do because I can't fit more drones on him. Okay guys, you got this. I'm gonna trust you because that's the only thing that is left in the game. Okay. So Sergeant going first. He hits, as always. He wounds. Oh, one drone is down. Doesn't matter, it gets to attack at the same time. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 drones. 13 drones, because one of them died, right? So 13 drones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13. And we double that because they charged, and then we subtract 2 from that because 2 were already locked in combat. Alright, let's go, boys. You got this. Hitting on force, because our weapon skill is crappy. And wounding on fires, because our strength is even more terrible. And that should be average to kill him, because... Yep, that exactly kills him on the spot. And it would kill him again. Bam! So basically that just flew at him and punched him on the... Basically they floated on his head or something. I don't know how they kill him, but they killed him. Alright. So that is game. Turn 5 pretty much wiped. And I'm not sure if they would even win in kill points, to be honest, because they killed a bunch of drone squads, that's true, but as you can see, the majority of the drone squads is still alive or floating around with one guy or something. And the Sky Rays, one Sky Ray died. Let me actually count here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a Piranha. 7. And that's it. 7. Okay. And Tau have, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Alright, 30 kill points and probably behind enemy lines. Yep, with the Tetra. And First Blood and Warlord kill. Or did I already count that? Doesn't matter. They have about 25 victory points here. And pretty much no losses other than drones. The only thing that I lost is my drones. And I'm pretty sure if I play these drones better than I did, I could have lost no drones. Or just a few squads maybe. Because I didn't use their assault moves very well. Yeah, but that was quite interesting. As you can see, I have a lot of stuff left. And the Seeker missile spam is just stupid, like how so many freaking things. So the issue here is the Sky Ray Gunships pretty much mean that the enemy loses 3 transports or 3 squads of his choice right away if you have the Marker Light support. And I have the Marker Light support because each Sky Ray has 2 Marker Lights on it, and it's hitting on 3s rerolling once, so very, very good chance to hit something. And that means we have 6 Marker Lights outright, which means we only need 6 additional Marker Lights from somewhere else. And I think the synergistic effect here is really cool because the Marker Light drones here, and basically the Marker Light drones are the drone network, and the drone network boosted the ballistic skill of every single gun drone. And as you can see, we have so freaking many gun drones over the time that it adds up to levels where they just one-shot a Terminator squad, which is not supposed to happen. but with Strength 5 they are pretty much effective against almost all targets except the real high armor or high toughness. But everything else they can just weigh down in drone attacks pretty much. And I mean, everything that cannot be killed by a drone is getting killed by a Seeker missile pretty much, because Strength 8 is a pretty solid profile. And I had so many Seeker missiles that I could actually fire them into the freaking drop pods and still take the Stern Guard out in one turn, except 2 models. The rest was basically toast. Um, the Sky Ray died, but it already fired all his missiles anyway, so who cares? Didn't really make like any difference. And with the Tank Hunter, I'm pretty sure they could have dealt with something like a Knight as well. Because if you fire the stuff into them, they are ignoring cover. Oh yeah, by the way, Kansti, do you know if the Marker Light shot Seeker missile is hitting side armor, or is it hitting front? Because I'm not sure. I think I read something about it in the FAQ, but if it hits side armor, it's even better uh, than that, because you could also kill like knights and so on with the iron shields. And monsters creatures obviously pretty easy because strength 8, EP3. The only thing they can't kill is riptides, pretty much. I don't know. The profile is pretty versatile. Um, yeah. And I mean, the Skyrays have 13 front. They're like incredibly hard to kill. They're not like assassinated that easily. They only died because the Melta took a penetrating hit on it and then it exploded. But other than that, nothing could take it down just as easily. And they have so incredibly huge range here that nothing else really matters. And I think the ammo dumps here really did massive work, because rerolling once for Marker Lights and the Sky Rays and the Piranhas works very well. And since they can go into reserves and come from my edge, I know exactly where they're coming from, and I can add the crates there to help them out to fire their stuff again and basically miss no Seeker missile, because that's the main issue. You could see if I'm firing without any Marker Light support, I miss these things like every time. So I don't know. That's really weird. Yeah, I know they ignore cover, but I think I read something about it. But that might be from the other formation. You know, the one where you get automated Marker Light hits, not Marker Light hits, automated Seeker missile hits from the 3 Marker Lights on 1 unit. I think that was FAQ, that is not hitting side armor. I'm not sure about this one here. I don't know. The interesting part here is the Piranha rule is really weird, because it says the unit can go into ongoing reserve, but it says the formation has to be within 6 inches. That's like either the entire formation should go back, which I did anyway, but I think I shouldn't had to. I don't know. I didn't have to, I think. And but since the other part of the rule says the unit goes back into ongoing reserve, that makes sense. That would make sense if they could go back into ongoing reserve as long as all the models of the squad are within 6 inches. But I don't know. It didn't even come into play here, because I just unloaded my Seeker missile spam into a target, and then I was off the board anyway. Um, I don't know. I think it's strong enough. I don't even have to fire that every turn. Every second turn is already enough for obvious reasons. I mean, the game goes 5 turns, so at worst I have 3 rounds of Seeker missiles, and since those are singular piranhas, there's like no way they don't all die. I don't know. The Titan Killer? Nah, the Titan Killer only works um, for the destroyer missiles. The destroyer missiles are on the storm surges. That's why they added that one in. You can't use normal Marker Knights for that. Since I didn't have um, any support there. Yeah, that's basically the reason. The last time I played the Storm Surges, and those work very well with like immense Marker Light support. But that one doesn't work here. Strike 8 is just for the normal missile. Yeah. Yeah, and then obviously, I mean, you have a front of armor 11, front of 13, and the rest is just like drones, like cheap ass drones that don't do anything, that don't score or something. I don't know. It's not worth shooting at them. So even if you had like a very strong squad that could come in and kill something, they basically can kill the commander with his Makalite drones. That's would probably the most expensive target. But then again, you're just killing a few Makalites, and then after that you're probably dead because you're coming too close to too many effects. But other than that, I mean, every Makalite has 36 range, and the Seeker missiles have 72 or endless range. So range is not really an issue. They are pretty much combat effective at all times. The only thing that requires range is the drones with 18. But I mean, 18 is pretty far. They can move 6 plus 18, plus they have their 2d6 movement that I didn't use, but they should have been in range of their targets every time. Should have been fine. Yeah, but I really like this combination. I think the combination of drone network with these guys makes this formation way better than it actually is, because you still need the drones to do the job. The Seeker missiles are just there to pick off specific targets or to knock out their transports. And the Piranha itself doesn't do much. The burst cannon is not even trending. That's the big issue. It doesn't have much ballistic skill to work with. And since we're not in a hunter cadre here, we don't even have the turbo boost thing, so we can't use melter guns, and the burst cannons can't be put together to increase their ballistic skill. If this formation was in the hunter card, it would be awesome. But outside of that, I think this is the only way to cheese it, basically. And that doesn't work because you can't take multiple formations, so you would have to take like big squads of piranhas, which you obviously don't want, because then you're shooting too many Seeker missiles at the same time. And if not, I mean, you're basically shooting too much. You don't need as many. You need maybe two, you can maybe run it as two formations with two piranhas in each squad. And then refuel them as soon as one of them dies or they get damaged, because if they die, they still come back with full model count. So the entire squad gets damage repaired, which is pretty awesome, and it is FAQ that's the way how it's supposed to be. So in this case, you could fit this formation that I fit into 4 formations into 2 formations and still deal about the same damage, maybe a little bit less, because you have to waste maybe 1 or 2 Seekers per turn. But to be honest, I always fired 4 just to be safe, and then I think they should be fine. And obviously the drone network is also part of the Farsight thing, and then you basically replace my combined arms with a hunter cutter, and then you can fit it into the detachment and also reroll against one target with tank hunter. That would allow you to get the with the what was I gonna say? I don't know, but basically you can make the drones run and shoot and everything, so they're extremely mobile. That would be actually pretty awesome, I think. If you can come in from reserves, drop the drone 6, then the drone runs, then the drone shoots, then it's gonna assault move, and then it's probably combat effective again. That could work. And I can't take any Tetras then. I mean, if it's Batman, can't do anything about it. If you wanted to stick this to a 3-source detachment, you have to take the hunter card, otherwise you can't. Otherwise you have too many formations, right? Because we already have 3. If we take them as a double in a detachment, we can make this actually legal list to run, and then I have to replace the Tetras with some Pathfinders, or I mean, the commander can stay as he is. We can take the Markerlight drones. Yeah, we can just take more Markerlight drones, basically. And the Sky Rays can be taken, I don't know, maybe in a formation, but I don't think that we want that. Not necessarily. I don't know. Ethereal. Ethereal could work, yeah. The issue is, I mean, he works as half range, doesn't he? Because 12 range is not far enough. They all have like 18 range on the pulse on it, so they wouldn't profit from that. I'm not too sure, but I'm gonna end the VOD real quick and then uh, I'll continue thinking about it. But thank you guys for watching for now. Hope you enjoyed. It was really funny to play, and it's a very different list of spamming monsters creatures. Pretty much the exact opposite, like tons of vehicles and drone support, which is also nice, and I think it's pretty fluffy too. Maybe a bit cheesy, but that's okay. I don't like the hide in your transport thing anyway, so this is the maximum damage, and that's how they roll. Alright, so good game and happy wargaming.